Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Salute to LTTV in the building, man.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Nobody's LT, and I'm certainly not implying that.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Salute to LTTV in the building, man.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Nobody's LT, and I'm certainly not implying that.
LT cooking your ass.
LTTV, whoever his channel name is called. I'm sorry for being the dusty. How about that?
If y'all want to keep up with the news and this shit be going on, subscribe to LTTV. That nigga know everything about everything. I ain't gonna lie.
And then we have Abba, Mr. Atlas, whatever the fuck your name really is, doxing my full government name, putting my LinkedIn. So it's not really like I have any, like, it's all in or nothing, baby, right?
I just thought it was so crazy how he would get me pregnant. And he knew at this point he could get children.
Well, last time he blocked me and he said, I think you're a what? What was I?
And then he would continue on and just get another person pregnant. Also apparently not knowing he can get people pregnant.
So if you were at the shoot or if you're preach, you know that he like introduced me to people and I was not a person he went on 2 dates with and I'm a retard. I'm just only a retard. So
if I express anything at all, he treat me in a bad way. But it sounds like he does the same thing to you, or like there is a certain pattern.
What's his medication really like for? Then he goes like, I'm not on that medication anymore. And then we both just panicked and we went to the pharmacy to get like emergency contraception, which I also paid for. And he was cold to me all the way there as if it had been my fault. Like he just gaslit me into thinking that maybe I just made the medication thing up, or that I had been the one not being responsible.
What she needs is full compliance and agreeance on perspective. Until you fully agree with what happened and the facts and the details the way she sees it, she will not move on.
And that was my entire experience with this woman.
Hello, guys. Who thought?
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, now that was bad. I don't know how that hasn't happened to me in a while. Muted to begin with. This is awful work. This is filthy work. All right, so what the fuck did I say to begin with? This weed memory. God damn, what are we doing here? Okay, so chat. Another one of ABBA's baby mothers is out speaking out about him. Well, former baby mothers, because you know what they did. As you've seen in the intro, that was ABBA reacting to a piece of my live stream. So he's seen everything that I've said about him in these live streams and these clips that I've cut up. But he focused on that one part. And I'm like, bro, you focused on that one part, but you wanted to continue being with that woman and you wanted the child until she left you. Then you wanted to delete the child. So I'm just like, man, I was in the chat like, duh, nigga, come on, man. Like, what do you, like, you're agreeing with that, but that's the obvious. That's why we're cooking. Like, what, 5 months? Whatever, man, let's get into this. We have another one. This one did an interview with Libby. Libby was also on Night Talks channel, Stevie Knight. Let's get into this chat.
That this would ever be something I have to do. Not me. But I have a story that I can share about dating ABBA. And on one hand, I think it's just hilarious. On the other hand, it's also sad. And I think, you know, when I talked to Libby, I remember asking if she could blur my face. And I think she just misunderstood because she said something like, if you want to cover your genuine misunderstanding. And then we have ABBA, Mr.
Okay, so she wanted to out the details of her relationship with ABBA and the pregnancy while blurring her face. Now that's insane, filthy work. You want to remain anonymous while outing all the information. How does that work? That's crazy.
Atlas, whatever the fuck your name really is, doxing my full government name, putting my LinkedIn. So it's not really like I have any, like, it's all in or nothing, baby, right? If I'm off, it's because I'm obviously retarded. I haven't been diagnosed with autism, but I don't think anyone ever hasn't thought that I had it, so.
Again! Bro, come on, man, come on. What are we doing here? ABBA, what the fuck, yo? What the fuck?
I was talking to ABBA in 2021. Okay, maybe I should make disclaimers. He's not Hitler. He has his sweet moments, else he wouldn't ever date a guy, right? So we started talking 2021 on Instagram, and we talked. I had said something in his Instagram that was like, hey, you're cute, whatever. I was simping. So he responded, and we had a phone call all night. And at the time, I wasn't really good with human connection or relationships in general. So I think the thought of having someone far away giving me attention was sort of nice. And then it was also this guy that I thought was really articulate and also kind of cool. So we were talking, and I just remember feeling like so enamored by this person that I never thought they could do any wrong. Also, I was 22, and
she was 22. This was in 2021. Shout out to Hans Franco with the $5 super chat. Hans Franco says, Marquetta has to be the grimiest man on YouTube. First picking a fight with Myrona, and now trying to get ABBA attention. Cook him, LT. Cheers. Now, I cooked the Saint and the Sinner when he had the stream, when he had the roach crawling on him. It needs to be deserved. When I review his video, we'll see. But let's get into this chat.
I think I said that before. Anyhow, so I went to visit him. And at the time I was visiting him, I remember I got vaccinated, whatever. Yeah. I got vaccinated to go see him, and he couldn't pick me up from the airport because it was kind of closed. You couldn't go to the visitors area. And I remember our time being kind of average. Like, I think I went there for 5 days and I had paid for it myself. to not make him feel like I was just going for a free vacation. So that's what I did. And we spent 5.
All right, ma'am, let me tell you how this internet shit works, all right? We're like 3-4 minutes into the video already. Oh, actually, that includes my intro. So probably like 2 minutes into the video already. The way this works is you start off slapping us with some evidence to get us interested, because you could be anybody telling a story. We don't know what ties y'all in together. I know she was on the other show, and Libby played the audio of ABBA talking, so we know that they have contact with each other. So she's actually one of ABBA's exes. But come on, man, if we didn't know you from a hole in the wall, we're clicking on your video, this sounds like cap, and I might not retain the full, message.
Days with each other, and I remember kind of feeling not like neglected, but I guess he just does not do a lot besides play video games. So he might seem like a person that would really like go out there and date and do all this cool stuff, but really it's like what you would imagine like a Reddit moderator to be, or it's like he's just hunched over on his computer. And he also admits to this day that 2021 was not a good phase for him, like psychologically. And I remember we had left things kind of off okay-ish, like there was never any beef. Now the second time we met,
shout out to Sir Chai 87 with the $2 super chat. You said some of these lame girls have no game whatsoever. This is what makes this whole saga so like baffling, that these are the women that are speaking out against ABBA. It's like, bruh, come on, man. Like, this girl keeps calling herself retarded. Well, I might as well just say the damn word, because she already said it. It's already gonna fuck up the monetization. She keeps calling herself retarded. I'm like, are you okay, ma'am? Like, what the hell is going on out here?
this one was okay. So I had just gotten a breast reduction in Colombia, so I had all my blood stats, because you have to be healthy for like being sexually responsible was something we had always kind of done. And this time he told me that he had been on, what was it? He told me he was on some sort of medication that makes him infertile. So he just said it like, oh, kids, isn't happening because I'm on medication.
Wait, he said he was on some medication that made him infertile? So it wasn't the low sperm count, she's picking and choosing different excuses, like, okay, we need to see some sort of evidence to actually have some sort of validity with these claims. But yeah, that's what she's saying. Shout out to Sir Chai 87 with the $2 super chat. You said, yeah, my girl be tripping when Madden season starts. Damn.
Makes me infertile. So I kind of just took his word for it. And
Chat, I'm gonna let this play in a second, but remember what I said about this whole saga. I said this parallels everything that happens with Fresh and Daisy, the Daisy saga. Remember when Daisy got pregnant and then her story started getting a little fucked up, so she brought another one of Fresh's women that he got pregnant, and it was another white chick, so it was an Asian and a white chick. This is the same thing, it's just repeating. It's just crazy. The amount of parallels is insane.
During this time, I remember, we were just kind of talking on and off for years. And there was this one time, Lord, this is the funniest. I will remember it was Christmas, and also we had sent each other Christmas presents, which was also very sweet, so like no hate on that. I got a Polaroid camera and a sweet card, and I think I got him like a red shirt, then one with a pattern, maybe you know it from the channel. So when we reconnected this year, he would wear the shirt again. So how's that for? We went on 2 dates, and I was like really mad that we didn't get to date. Who's the retard? Well, I am too, but for other reasons. I'm not malicious. So.
All right, this is where we gotta stop the video. I've been cooking ABBA for, his decisions and his hypocrisy as it relates to pulling a Fresh, calling himself out. The last video, I played a lot of his words calling himself out, pretty much from the past, calling the future self out, because he was saying it to Fresh, but it applied to himself. That's not the bulk of this video. We're focusing on the rhetoric, and then we're going to listen to ABBA, because ABBA dropped another response to Libya.
Oh shit, we got another super chat. Libby Callian with the $2 super chat, but she typed in $5. Was this? I'm so confused.
What the hell was that?
It says like $5, but it's $2. What was the message? I'm so confused.
Really mad that we didn't get to date. Who's the retard? Well, I am too, but for other reasons. You know, I'm not malicious. So.
Okay, so I forgot my point for a second because this super chat threw me off. Chat, if you have a breakup and you come to the internet telling all the details of your past relationship, that's malicious. That is distasteful. It lacks class, boundaries, no boundaries in that relationship whatsoever because you say, fuck it, that's out the window. You come into the internet for this shit. Of course, we are going to take advantage of it and run up a bag and make content out of it because if you want to share your personal life, we're going to make content out of it. It is what it is. But damn, man. You can't act innocent while doing this shit.
Anyway, where was I? Should have made some notes. And I remember that I had kind of had a crush on him around Christmas time, and I sent him a video of Christmas carolers. Is that what it's called? It was like kids singing for Christmas. And at the time, because I was kind of hoping that maybe we would have a future together, and he did also give me reason to believe it, I thought maybe he would go on a podcast and be like, oh, I'm in love with this Colombian girl, but not that he would ever say it like that, but I thought like, if like the topic of Colombia came up or Switzerland or something that would have to do with me, I thought that maybe he would bring me up. But he went on I think, I don't remember. Maybe you guys are way better than me, but he pulled up to a podcast saying, I just hate young women, me being 22 at the time. I just hate young women, and especially when they send me fucking things like Christmas kids singing. Like, I'll look at that and be like, I don't give a fuck about that. Meanwhile, he had responded positively when I sent it. I remember him being like, oh, that's very cute, whatnot, whatever. So anyway, the second time
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Shout out to Bebe with the $2 super chat. You said that Cucaracha was the real MVP, and I don't like that way I said that word. Shout out to you, Bebe, with the $2 super chat. Shout out to the Wanderer with the $5 super chat. The way she talks makes me want to feel bad for ABBA, LOL. Hey, it is what it is.
I went over to Canada, we had this kind of thing where he...
Nah, this is the thing, man. I don't feel sorry for anybody that chooses to be with somebody that they're with. I'm one of those you chose her ass niggas. That's what I'm one of those motherfuckers. I'm like, hey, you chose her, man. You gonna complain about the woman you chose? That's weak, man. What are we doing out here? But it is what it is.
He was saying that he couldn't get fertile, he couldn't get anyone pregnant because of his medication. So we were just laying in bed one time and I asked him, what's his medication really like for? Because I worried, well, what if he has cancer or something? And then he goes like, I'm not on that medication anymore. And then we both just panicked and we went to the pharmacy to get like emergency contraception, which I also paid for. And he was cold to me all the way there as if it had been my fault. Like he just gaslit me into thinking that maybe I just made the medication thing up, or that I had been the one not being responsible. Also, I had gotten...
What?
Made the medication thing up? You made the medication thing up? I thought it was his medication. And then you asked questions because you thought he had cancer medication or something. I'm so confused. What the hell is going on? Shout out to A-Lady747 with the $10 super chat. A-Lady747 says, Myron and ABBA are high-class passport bros. I don't.
I'm terribly sick.
Hold on, let me pull this back because I don't understand what the hell she just said here.
Into the pharmacy to get like, well, what if he has cancer or something because of his medication?
He picked up
so we
his
were just laying
medication.
in bed
Hold
one
on.
day. The second time I went over to Canada, we had this kind of thing where he was saying that he couldn't get fertile, he couldn't get anyone pregnant because of his medication. So we were just laying in bed one time and I asked him, what's his medication really like for? Because I worried, well, what if he has cancer or something? And then he goes like, I'm not on that medication anymore. And then we both just panicked and we went to the pharmacy to get like emergency contraception, which I also paid for. And he was cold to me all the way there as if it had been my fault. Like he just gaslit me into thinking that maybe I just made the medication thing up or that I had been the one not being responsible. Also, I had
When does crack, now, so the cocaine's happening, when does that crack come into play?
How does any of this make sense?
gotten terribly sick. And then he also forgot, second time he was supposed to pick me up from the airport and he forgot what time I was like arriving. So I come to the airport, no one's there. So I'm like, hey Abba, what's up? A little luggage. He says, oh, I didn't know you were arriving now. Why don't you just take an Uber and get over here? So I was like, no, you promised you'd get me. So we kind of had this little back and forth and he starts to be really pissed that I'm demanding something.
Okay, one thing I have to say, because I watched Libby speak and give details about the relationship in Abba's lifestyle on the Saint and the Sinner show. And she said Abba doesn't have a car.
Come on, man.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we doing out here, bruh? How do you not have a vehicle? Abba, you have the money. You and Myron, what the hell? Myron's still driving his 2002 Honda Civic. Abba, no vehicle. Why don't you have a vehicle? You're a millionaire.
How did this happen? Who was the idiot that did this?
Shout out to Libby Callion with the $20 super chat.
God damn.
See, Libby spending money. Y'all are $2 in me. Y'all are $2 in me out here. And Libby spending money. What the hell is going on? Okay, so Libby says, sorry about earlier. What I was gonna say was, hold on. He used your clip. Wait. Huh? Nah. That's not what he did. You said sorry about earlier. What I was gonna say was the way he used your clip is the way he takes a lot of other clips to use it for his narrative. On his stream about me, he uses a lot of half-truths. I like your channel, by the way. I don't know why I struggle to read that shit.
God damn.
So he used my clip. So you're basically saying he cherry-picked my clip to speak about you in a certain way when I said the statement that I said. That doesn't exempt everything else that I said. That doesn't absolve him of accountability for his decisions. But what I say still stands. It doesn't change. It just doesn't need more context. Like, that works in a vacuum at the same time. But I don't know. Let's get back into this.
He had promised to do. So, and then I kind of insist that he gets me from the airport. And he gets me from the airport, but then it like sets the whole mood for the trip. And it's like already started off horrible. So the second time I went to Canada, I was just...
Like, I understand what she means. Because at the end of the day, because if he just cherry picks that clip and uses that clip and nobody sees anything else I say, it's looking like I'm just criticizing her. And I'm not holding him accountable. I'm not talking about how the fact he went in her raw and he nutted in her and he's using the same excuse that Fresh used about low sperm count and all that shit. I understand that. Especially if you don't see my videos at all, you're going to think that is just my take and my take only. So there is some validity to Libby saying he's cherry picking the clip. That's YouTube. That is YouTube for you. And that's why he has 2 million subscribers. He knows what he's doing.
Really, I was going to botanical garden by myself. I was going to a museum by myself. So I was making really just friends along the way in Montreal because this guy was not like super attentive with me. He did have good moments. I will say he did have good moments. And he does seem kind of, I think sometimes just disconnected from what people want, like what they truly want from him. It's like, I don't need, we went to a sushi restaurant that was like, it had a whole show like, and I did not like one bit feel like I ever needed any luxurious experience. I just wanted to talk to him and not feel like I'm bothering him. So that wasn't always there. And I think I can see how with Libby, she doesn't respond well to that type of coldness, because if you love someone, you want to be with them, and ideally they want to also be with you and not give you mixed signals. So that can be kind of hard, and I get why she's spiraling now, because it is effectively horrible how he probably treated her. And then she goes on to want to kill herself, so that's that. Oh, she just texted me, Libby, I really believe you. This man has been a weirdo to me. So this year I reached out to him because there was a really funny coincidence. And last time he blocked me and he said, I think you're a what? What was I? So I was sick, and then he had to take me to a shoot because he didn't know what, I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. So he takes me to this shoot with Preach and all these other people, and I was just taking a nap there because I had gotten like this horrible cough. So if you were at the shoot, or if you're Preach, you know that he like introduced me to people, and I was not a person he went on 2 dates with, and I'm a retard. I'm just only a retard. So, matter of fact, you saw my LinkedIn.
Again! What the hell is going on? How many times has she referred to herself as a retard? Abba, what is going on, man? What is going on? This is who you imported from Poland? A 22-year-old Becky from Poland? But this was in 2021, and she keeps calling herself retarded. What the fuck, bro?
My life is pretty in order. The only thing I was doing wrong was obviously fucking with this guy. So anyway, so he takes me to this shoot with the people, and I remember saying goodbye to him and him being like, okay, have a safe flight. Very monotone. So I get on this 10-hour flight back, and I'm just blocked for like no reason. He tells me I'm a disturb.
Yo, Abba is the king of blocking women. Why does Abba keep blocking these women? Shout out to Sir Chai 87 with the $2 super chat. Sir Chai says, yeah, she definitely 2 + 2 = 5 type of Becky. That's one of Fresh's type of Becky's, because Fresh asked, what is the origin of 2 + 2? He's like, who determined that 2 + 2 = 4? And I'm like, Fresh, you can't be serious, bruh. You can't.
Person? No, he didn't say I'm a disturbed person. He said, I don't know, something like that. He said, you're a weird person. So then he blocks me, and I'm like, okay, I can take rejection. Maybe I had done something wrong. So yeah, that's kind of where we left off.
A lot of people were saying that it was woman-like, that he was blocking all the time. And then the women got really mad. They're like, don't put that on women. That's sexist and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, women block. Women get in their big blocking bag, chest out, and they're like, fuck you, nigga. And they'll block a motherfucker, and they will not care. That is what women do. That's women behavior. Niggas don't block. If a nigga blocks you, it's because it's like, okay, get the hell out of my life. I don't want to hear from you. I'm not going to complain about it. You're just blocked. But the block, unblock fiasco, that's some filthy work, bruh. That is some nasty work. Okay, so Libby with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Okay, so Libby says, no, yes, everything you said does still stand. I was making it more of a fair point, him cherry picking, correct. Usually your takes are fair with your videos. Okay, so shout out to Libby Callion with the actual watching. Wait, am I being finessed? A lot of people come and they're like, yo, we watch your shit, and I'm like, do you really? Do you really? Hey, Libby, say something in the chat that's not a super chat. Because you gotta be subscribed for longer than 20 minutes. But you can always super chat. Say some normal shit in the chat. If you can't say some normal shit, you just got here. Shout out to Libby with the $5 super chat. Libby says, also, give my girl a break. English is her third language. She doing great. Okay, damn. Okay, so it's her third language. Okay. So she's hard on herself for no reason then. Yeah, man, someone said Floyd. She's in full Floyd mode with the English and the vocabulary, but third language. Okay, so if you're in your third language, this is why Preach has some difficulties sometimes. And Fresh and Fit will get at Preach, and I'm like, nigga, this is not his first language. Like, I give people some grace when it's not their first language. This is a third language? All right, cool.
Then this year, then I had to reach back out to him because I was not getting my period. And this is a story I wasn't really comfortable sharing, unless it was for Libby. So if you want to go into the details of that.
So Libby says, I just subscribed. I had to wait. So Libby, you don't watch my shit. You don't know that my takes are fair. You're just trying to butter a nigga up. Again! I seen the way you flirted with Satan the Sinner.
Manipulation.
We can, but the reason I was unblocked again was because he was wearing the fucking t-shirts that I gifted him in his videos, and he was not texting me back. So then I was like, that's messed up. I at least take off the fucking t-shirt and burn it. Also, I got him dominoes. So if he ever was playing dominoes, maybe, who cares? Dominoes are not worth that much. But I'm just saying, like, I did feel like there was an emotional connection there. So it was not 2 dates. Maybe it was like 2 good dates, and the rest was all, I don't know. So we met a third time because I had gotten in a situation where I mentioned him to someone, and they were like, hey, I know him, I'll reach out to him. And I think this is a funny coincidence. So I was like, oh, hell no. So I just contacted Abba. I was like, hey, if somebody's like messaging you about me, this was something that happened years ago. I'm sorry. Like, if you ever had the feeling that I used you for fame or something and I was spreading your name around here, that would not be true. So he responded very positively, and he told me that he was sorry for how he had treated me in the past, and that maybe he was just lacking something, and that it made us not compatible, and yada, yada, yada. So I go to Canada in March this year, and I have to say I had a good time. He was way more caring. He had like his life more in order. He had lost the weight, so a lot of things were amazing. And also like the whole contraception thing was sorted. And I felt very safe and good about everything, to be honest. And then at the end, this is where it gets messy. Once again, it gets messy. It's like, I was on my flight back, and I was telling him that I was curious about if this could progress into anything further. And he tells me, no, because he doesn't want to do long distance. So I'm like, we were just talking for 3 months. We had started talking in January, like very intensively.
Wait. That's on you, ma'am. That one is on you. Shout out to Libby with the $5 super chat. Libby says, ha, 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 I do watch, and I was not flirting with Saint. All right, man. Now I can't chop that short because we have a denial live on camera, so that short's not going to come out. God damn it. All right, but her. What is this girl's name again? The other baby mother to be that never was. She's talking about Abba said no, he doesn't want a relationship, and she's talking about 3 months, and I'm like, that's your 3 months that you wasted without a commitment. That is on you, ma'am. That we're not gonna take that one out on Abba. That is your issue.
Where he told me he had a crazy ex and it was hard for him to love and no. So I was really being vulnerable, apparently for no reason. So he what was it? Yeah, so he had made a video of us kissing in Montreal. And I remember him not asking if he could video us kissing, but I wasn't at the time of it happening, I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was nice. I wanted a video of us kissing,
Oops,
but
my
then
bad, chat.
I think 5 minutes later, we were just kind of laying, and I told him, I'm not sure if I really want this video to exist. So he takes his phone out and he shows me his gallery and his recently deleted. And the video wasn't in any of those, but I remember it being kind of weird because I was like, if I took a video of something, why would I delete it right after? Like, did he send it to himself or something? That's what I was thinking. So when we ended things, I was a bit mad that he said he didn't want to do long distance because that was kind of the deal I was signing up to. And he had kind of pushed to be more emotionally involved. I just wanted to haha hee I guess. And so I also told him, hey, can you just, it occurred to me that there's a hidden folder in iCloud. So I asked him, hey, can you take a screenshot of the hidden folder and send it to me so I can see that it's really not anywhere? It would just make me feel safer. So he doesn't do that. So I ask again, can you send me like a screenshot of the hidden folder? And he ignores me. So, but he keeps responding to other things I'm sending, like, hey, goodbye, you know, nobody's like mad, everything's good. Also, can you send me like a screenshot of the hidden folder? He responds to everything else, which is like, hey, bye-bye, you know, we did well, no, nobody's mad, no. So it's like just a bunch of bullshit. So then I'm like, hey, I don't like begging for this. We have nothing to talk about anymore. So I blocked him. And then I get like an email of him, and it is a screenshot of his hidden folder and a video. And yeah, that's how we ended things, kind of sour, even though there was really not a reason for it to be sour. Because I had kind of tried to explain to him that there's a reason, the difference between, like, objectively, he should not have to send me his hidden folder, but it would make me feel safer. So this is something he kind of didn't compute to him, that I wasn't accusing him of being a liar. So maybe I'll include the emails in a Google Drive or something where...
Shout out to KLA the Wanderer 1720 with the $2 super chat. This chick got me zoned out. Honestly, I am so lucky I didn't listen to y'all when y'all are telling me to
stay off the weed.
Because nothing would get me through this if there was not a blunt prior.
Who are you, Snoop Dogg in a green room? I mean, what the hell is going on?
I was like, hey, maybe your ex isn't crazy. Maybe you're also a bit insane, right? Because I always like prided myself on being a very stand-up.
Now, one thing I do notice is that ABBA did not provide these women any form of security within the relationship. The block-unblock combo constantly left them insecure. And you could see the same damn... somebody said it in the chat, too. Hold up. The fact that these two women are insecure and self-deprecating reflects on him. That's why he's getting all the cooking he's getting, because he's talking about, I have normal relationships, I date normal women, and you're not going to see me out here, and I'm not in the soap opera, and then he's starring in the soap opera. So I'm like, damn, son, what happened?
Reasonable person, I thought. So it makes me feel crazy when you like... It's funny how I blocked him, and then he went, no, I'm blocking you back. So that had always kind of... I thought had been kind of funny to me, and made it easier for me to move on. So then, when I saw Libby's video, I was just really offended that he had... First, we were talking to each other at the same time, and secondly, that he knew he could get people pregnant, and he still continued on. And if you take a video of someone and that they decide, it could just have been handled so much better. So he just doesn't seem to have the ability to stay like amicable with people, because, I don't know, go to therapy, guys. That's it right there. I should also go to therapy. Matter of fact, I'm doing it. I'm working on myself very hard, and I would like to continue keeping my job to also pay for therapy, so please don't send any vile things to my employer. And
now I gotta see the moment and review the moment in which Abba doxed her, put her LinkedIn and her full government name out there. I've seen both of the streams. I must have missed that moment. I have to really review the streams and look into it. I didn't see that moment, but that's filthy work. I remember Abba put out some phone numbers. There was no names attached to the phone numbers, but he was saying that he was being harassed by these numbers. They were Libby's contact. There was somebody from Libby's side that was sending these numbers, and he outed the numbers. I don't know if he made some edits in the video after because he put it on members. I don't know if he did that, and because he put it back out, so I don't know if he made some edits. I don't know. But the doxing is filthy work. But Libby also put her face out there. She was trying to remain anonymous. It's a good thing that you fucked up and put her face out there, because anonymous exposures is nasty work. You're gonna give all these details about somebody's intimate relationship and your face isn't out there. So it's good that her face is out there, her name and everything, how it affects her employment. Hey man, that's what comes with being a public figure. When you step out into these worlds, or into this world, yeah, that's what comes with the territory. So if you have a job, if your employment is at stake, at risk, because you're on the internet saying certain things that may not go in accordance with the guidelines and the policies of your workplace, you may lose your job doing some shit like this. So you have to make a good judgment when you jump out on a ledge like this.
just keep the mean comments to me. Thank you.
I could have just let that play to the end. I didn't need to stop it and talk, but let's get it. So we get better information out of this interview, because in her video, let me find her channel real quick. In her video, she doesn't give any proof or any identifying information to solidify her claims, because she's just telling a story. She didn't provide any evidence. That is the massive negative about her video. So in a vacuum, that video is dog shit. It doesn't do anything. But in combination with Libby's video and the audio from the conversation, then we got something. Did I not watch it on this channel? Damn it, I watched it. Oh, there it is. Okay,
Hello,
so
guys.
This is her channel. Hold up, chat. I'm gonna put it on the screen in a second. God damn it. Motherfucking Windows. Hold up, chat. Okay, so this is her channel. I Love Capers 99, 71 subscribers. Someone said there's nothing here. I watched it at 2x speed. It's just an angry X. Saved y'all 17 minutes. Now, this wouldn't be much of a reaction if I didn't watch all of the content that she provided. But yeah, man. Boring, yawn. Your character story is not worth watching anymore. So yeah, this is pretty much what happened to the white girl in Fresh's Tale as well. Remember, Daisy was the main character, the white girl that was also an alleged baby mother. She's like a side character in the back that nobody remembers her name. That's why we remember Daisy from the tale. I don't think we're going to remember her, man. I think it's the Abba Libby story. She's just an added accessory. She's just an add-on, bro. At this point, everybody's like,
we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
See, the problem is the hypocrisy was already solidified and lamented with Libby's story. Having her here just makes it identical to Fresh's story, which makes me just look better, because I keep saying this is Daisy part 2. This is the fresh story all over again. This is peak hypocrisy. But her story is dog shit. Let me see what Libby provides in this interview with her, because this is what are we doing out here, man?
To defend Abba, but at the same time, you just really haven't ever dated him. So like, who are you to speak? Of course. So you have to imagine I'm just on vacation, just chilling, and I just thought it was so crazy how he would get me pregnant, and he knew at this point he could get children. And then he would continue on and just get another person pregnant. Also, apparently not knowing he can get people pregnant.
Yeah, he told me that too. He said that he had a low sperm count in his stream.
Now, he told them differing things. One was a low sperm count, and the other was he was on a medication to stop him from being able to reproduce. So he gave 2 different lies to 2 different women. This is crazy. He doxed her to prevent other women. That's crazy. That's speculation, but the doxing is filthy, man. When you get pissed off and you're dying to get some sort of evidence or receipt out there, and you're unhinged and you dox somebody, it ages terribly. It's not the route to go. I don't advise it for anybody.
He said that he just found out like 2 years ago that he had low sperm count. And I guess that's not true. He lied on his stream about that. And he obviously, he told me that he can get people pregnant. He can't, that he has a low sperm count, and it's not possible. It wouldn't be possible for him to get pregnant. But I guess he got you pregnant, and then he got me pregnant. And then you saw the abortion video or his response video.
It sounded so familiar, because I think a theme that has been running throughout our dynamic, I guess, from 2021 to 2026 is like, he'll love to do like a therapy speech kind of text, and then like block you.
What?
And I feel like I'm a really reasonable person. I've never been felt crazy like that.
Yeah.
English is my 3rd language, okay? Don't quote me.
I think, you're doing great.
Thank you. There's never been like one dating story in my life where I have been felt crazy like this before. So I knew for a fact I wasn't asking a lot of him. But now that I saw your video, I was like, oh, this really seems to be a pattern. And I do feel very sorry that you're getting hate comments, because he just attracts kind of viewership where they just love to, not everyone, of course, but he has kind of built sympathy with his viewership based on the fact that he's very reasonable and he's very kind. And of course, like, everything's so level-headed, when I think in dating dynamics, he's really not. He's not proven to be a good guy with me at all.
Yeah, so that was my experience with him. And
immediately as he put your name, I looked for your video, and I think just looking through the screenshots, it just took me back like to my memories, where I felt like he had been kind of the same way. It wasn't as extreme, I have to say. Like, maybe this is a disclaimer. He does have sweet moments. I'm not spending time with people I hate.
I will say he does have sweet moments, yeah. But many toxic moments.
Of course. Many toxic moments, but for me it was like very difficult to kind of see through, because it would just, I don't know, his way of being with people is just very disconnected sometimes. I think there's just a genuine lack of empathy. Like, he hasn't been able to put himself in my shoes and really look at it from different perspectives. It's just his. And he just won't talk to you if you're hurting, if you need anything, if you're sick. He doesn't give a fuck. So, like, why would I give a fuck now?
Yeah.
To, like, expose things.
Yeah, that's exactly what I experienced too. I would be talking about whatever I was feeling.
Now, because they keep talking about the women. The women let him go in raw. The women let him go in raw, blah, blah, blah. Equal accountability. Everybody has to be accountable when you're having unprotected sex. But this is a level of manipulation and slimy activity. If you keep using the low sperm count and the infertile excuses and the medication and all the bullshit that you be saying. That's nasty work. And then somebody said she posted the proof in the Dropbox. In her comments on her video. Which video? Whose video? Who's her? Who is she? Are we talking about Libby or the other girl? I can never remember the other girl's name.
And in the stream, he also says, like, oh, I pushed him to do all of these things. But if I express anything at all, he treat me in a bad way. But it sounds like he does the same thing to you, or like there is a certain pattern. And then again, he was flaming me on his stream, saying that I cheated on him for making an Instagram and liking comments, but he had a whole other woman there. Yeah, just finding this out kind of sucks.
Yeah, that sucks, because if I knew that this was a pattern he was kind of continuing, I would have been like, don't talk to me. You've done so much hurt to me. Now you're doing this to another woman, and also like it's ongoing.
Yeah.
I would have never wanted that for myself. Also, like, we ended things on the 21st of March. Like, this is, I think, when I was flying back, actually, the 21st of March. And he told you he loved you on the 23rd. So that was my birthday. I remember the 21st of March.
Whoa,
We had even got...
Wait. Violation. Hold on.
The 21st of March. And he told you he loved you on the 23rd. So that was my birthday. I remember the 21st of March. We had even gotten, like, he took me to a restaurant and it had like a little candle in there to kind of celebrate my birthday. So just how shitty of a person do you have to be, actually?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When?
After you saw the video, what happened?
Oh, first I sent him like an email.
You saw the
was
video
like
tonight? Or sorry, you saw the video.
I sent him. I saw the video today, and I immediately sent him an email.
Okay, so we're about to get into that. I'm going to let it play for a second. You said, nah, you can't blame the man for the no condom thing. No means no. You can't blame anybody for any of the things. It's still a little bit of deception and manipulation, but it's like a woman tells you she's on birth control and you don't ever see her take the birth control, and then you nut in her, and then your excuse to the internet is, I thought she was on birth control. She told me she was on birth control. That's still a level of unaccountability because you still got to live with the results. So any woman that's just going to buy Abba's bullshit about low sperm count, infertile, he's taking medication, all that bullshit, at the end of the day, you got the baby put inside of you and you had to live with the results. So yeah, you're right. And everybody is accountable for their own actions in this these scenarios.
Email. Because, you know, last time we spoke.
Did you get in contact with him, or what happened after the video?
Well, I got in contact with him because we had blocked each other on everything. So I saw the video and I felt really bad. I felt bad because I think the people commenting on your video were just... I see how you would defend Abba, but at the same time, you just really haven't ever dated him. So, like, who are you to speak, of course? So I just, I reached out to him. I sent an email.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, should I read it?
Yeah, and this is after you saw the video and you said you guys were already blocked and that's why you had to email him.
Yeah. Do you want to know the reason why we're blocked?
Oh, yeah, sure. He blocks everybody all the time.
Well, this one... He's calling me now.
Can you act... Or do you
okay, well, I also want to know what he has to say.
Well, you don't want to talk to him?
Well, I do. Let's be curious. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Hello? Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I was talking to Abba and it really fucked me up, actually.
What happened? Can you cover your face if you don't...
Well, I have no...
Will you...
It's fine. I was just like really... It just really was like really taxing. I'm sorry.
What happened?
He told me... Well, we were kind of on the phone for like 20 minutes, and then he told me, well, I know what you want to do. You want to join my ex, and I thought it was very disappointing of you. I thought better of you. And he just kind of went on, and I was like, oh my God, stop. Yeah. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, even my friend was saying it was like really gaslighting, wasn't it?
It was so gaslighting. I was like here for like 5 minutes of the phone call, but it was really gaslighting. Really, really, really.
What was
he was like, you're joining my blackmailer, you're joining my stalker and my blackmailer, and you want to do damage to me. And then he was like continuing texting me, and he was...
What are the chances that you're dealing with two women from two different ends of the world. Well, not two ends of the world, but one is in Europe, one's in Poland, one's on the west coast of America. You're in Canada. You're dealing with both of them. You're cultivating a relationship, a love, or whatever, and then it ends up with both of them working against you? How did this happen?
Telling me that I have a tendency to make up things. And I was like, when have I ever made up something? Never.
Yeah.
He was like, have fun, enjoy your new best friend, blah, blah, blah. So I think he was just blaming me for talking.
Bro, you DM'd me some shit on Instagram and it was a link. I don't click links like that, nigga. What the hell? I seen that and I'm like,
nigga, you gotta go. The fuck is wrong with you?
Do you know how risky it is to just click random links? You know how easy it is for somebody to just hack your shit? You wake up the next morning with no YouTube account like, nah, bruh. I don't know about those ones, man.
Talking to you, he was like, you have me blindsided. Today when we had the phone call, I thought you were just like talking to me, and now you're teaming up with my ex and you're disappointing. And I thought, that I always thought very highly of you, and now I don't anymore, and it was really hard. I have a recording of it, but he was like, I know you're recording, and now we have your new best friend and whatever. And it was really like, oh my God, like, what do you want me to do?
You recorded?
Yeah. And I asked him, what do you want me to do? I did. Well, he was saying, because I'm vengeful. I don't think I'm vengeful. Yeah,
That's what he says about me too.
He said, I'm so vengeful and I've also made mistakes. And he texted me. He was like, you're not truthful either. You've made so many mistakes and yada, yada. And I don't remember making that many mistakes, actually. He's like, you just don't forget about them. You, like, how? He's calling me. Stop!
Can you actually record?
He's telling me that, like...
Can you record the phone?
I'm not going to pick up the...
Oh, okay.
No, he's stressing me out so bad. I'm sorry, like, I felt he was like, really, like, you're vengeful, you have a new best friend.
That would have been peak content if she picked that up. That would have been, come on, man.
And you weren't truthful either, and, wait, let me just...
It's close. I don't feel bad for loving somebody.
Okay, so you don't think you left that part out?
No, it's okay. It's okay for you to feel as though I don't feel like I got a fair shot, but I feel like you weren't totally over the situation, and that feels like it sucks.
No, not your thoughts, but like she was really sad when I told her that we were talking in March. She was like, apparently you had told her that she was a whore for having Instagram in March. But we were having...
You don't know that whole story. You don't know what that's about. So just don't bring that up because you don't know. Okay.
Well, I wanted to hear from her because it would have given me some...
You don't know. Her side of the story is untrue. The whole thing about the...
Do you see how this conversation was like really
That's how
hard?
He talks to me. That's how he talks to me. And he is lying. But how come you're okay with sharing this with me and calling me?
Great question, because I'm like, how did this happen?
And sharing.
Well, to be honest, I don't feel like vengeful or anything, but I just came on YouTube and the first video was like, what happened? And I recognized your face from his like phone gallery and him telling me that he had a really toxic ex. And so I was always wondering what had happened because the story he told to me was like that he was getting blackmailed. And to this day, he'll say, she's my blackmailer, she's my stalker, she stalked me.
I never...
So I wanted to hear the story. I listened to the story and it's like, oh, you got an abortion and you were blocked? So I was like, oh, I also got an abortion and I was blocked. So how funny how that just seems to be a pattern. And he doesn't want to apologize for that. Like, he doesn't own up to anything. That's really frustrating to deal with that kind of person. So when I actually ask him for like some accountability or anything, this is when he gets like so... Did you see how he got on the phone call?
Yeah, that's how he gets with me.
That's like an... Oh, of course.
And that was right now. I think I have that. It was. Oh, first, can you show that it was today? Oh yeah. Okay.
On my birthday, that you loved her.
I didn't still love her. There was a kid involved. I was on multiple suicide attempts, and this put her to a lot of this.
Chat, that recording is 57 minutes. The recording is 57 minutes. She doesn't play all 57 minutes, so there's 57 minutes worth of extra material in there. Why does it say Drake this? Why y'all keep hating on Drake, bruh?
Still love the person. I mean, I still love him even in the live I did recently. Still. But that's just because he put me through a lot. What do you want me to say? It doesn't mean I was trying to get back with her or hoping.
Well, she's crying now. She's like, we were like Instagram video calling.
Can you?
She seems reasonable, actually. I don't know why I was.
Can you? I think it's too close to the computer. Can you pull it away a little bit?
Okay, so this is Abba's girlfriend. She's going through the YouTube saga, seeing everything as y'all are seeing it when Libby's calling him out and showing all the evidence and shit. So this is causing real turmoil with him in his personal life. This is why I always wondered what the hell's going on with Anton Daniels when these side chicks are all out here. And there's 10,000 YouTube videos talking about it. Like, how does his wife really feel? Like, this is crazy, man.
And then yeah, because it was kind of the audio was kind of bad.
You didn't see her all the fake abortions and all that stuff. Like, you don't know. And you getting involved in this? You might have recorded a call now. It's wasting my time now.
Well, sorry, I'm inconveniencing your time. You also inconvenienced my time.
Yeah, that's fine, but you getting involved with people in my life like this is weird, right? Because, like, imagine if I started contacting people in your life and then started, like, having conversations with them to, like, do something against you. Do you not think that's odd?
What have I done to you that's hurtful?
Would you even contacting her? Do you not recognize she might have been recording the entire call?
She can, I don't care.
Okay, so then that means you don't mind whatever happens to me as a result. It sounds like.
Well, I feel like they also haven't like protected her in any way because there's like Carla's calling her with this.
I'm sorry. You don't know.
I asked you. I asked you, are you still in contact with her? And you said no.
When was this?
I remember when we were talking, Abba, I asked you if we're going to be like dating or talking or anything. I asked you specifically, do you still want to get back together with your ex? And you said no.
Yes, I didn't want to get back together with her.
Then why is she telling me that February, January, March, you were still all this time talking to her? That's weird. If I don't want to talk to someone, I just block them anywhere.
You don't even understand the full context. The context is not that difficult. She just told me January 5th or something. March, February 5th that she got the abortion. So we gone through something that was really difficult and traumatic. And so we kept talking to each other and trying to be supportive.
I'm sorry, what was the date of the abortion?
Or something. March, February 5th that she got the abortion. So we gone through something that was really difficult and traumatic. And so we kept talking to each other and trying to be supportive. And during that time, she kept intimating to me that she wanted to get back together, but I kept saying no.
I don't tell people that I want to go back together with that I love them. But that's weird.
Okay, well, it might be weird to you, and that's fine. You would say it's weird, but at the end of the day, I said no to getting back together.
She also said you called her a whore for having an Instagram in March, but you were fucking me in March. Like, well, how is that any? That doesn't make any sense, Emma.
Well, listen, you don't know the full story, so you're hearing her side, and then you're yelling at me right now, but you don't know. So this is my problem. You don't know the details, and then you're being part of this whole manipulation thing. And I was like, getting very convoluted. Why are you speaking to my ex?
I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I understand you feel bad for her, but you understand that you're just fucking me in the process. Why?
How are you letting people tell her that she's a gold digger and a whore and like a horrible person?
I've already publicly said she's not a gold digger. So I've already said she wasn't after money. So what do you want me to do?
You just have to hold the responsibility.
You're over here defending the person who made videos and you're attacking me for no reason. She finished me public with this. I didn't.
Okay, so you have to have some sort of responsibility, Abba. Pick.
Pull it away a little bit.
What do you mean pick? Who are you? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, of course.
Pause it, and then I think it when you put it too close, it like echoes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Everybody in my life, that's the she made a bad decision. And then you're trying to tell me I have a responsibility? Why are you doing this? This is your part of revenge. I think that's what this is. This is what you want to do. You want to get involved in this to get back at.
She said to me, "This is the first time I feel heard."
Feel heard by what?
Because you do shitty things sometimes. I mean, you do shitty things, but you don't
think you did anything shitty to me?
What was the shitty thing?
You're an angel. Like, this is what I have an issue with. Is we things amicably, it's fine, and then you want to retroactively come back and then get involved in my dating life and who I'm talking to and who fucks me over. But you don't know anything. They don't want to say, well, I did care about you. I did think good things, but this is how you're doing it, and this is how you're engaging with it.
You did do shitty things.
But you did shitty things too.
Okay, what did I do?
Because I live you in a lot of ways. I was going to find out. You want to do this whole drama thing where you're contacting my ex and then trying to lynch me after the fact. You don't know what happened.
What do we benefit from this? There is nothing.
He was so mean to you. That's exactly how he talks to me. I think he was being careful on that phone call, though.
Yeah, I think he was, because he was like, "Oh, she's recording."
Yo, this is crazy. Being careful because maybe he's thinking, "Oh, I'm being recorded." That's how you know the relationship dynamics are super fucked every time. Abba has a number of recordings. Libby has a number of recordings. She has a number of recordings. How, like, there's no safety in that relationship. Everybody's just on their P's and Q's trying to make sure they catch somebody saying the wrong thing so they could frame it a certain way for the public to believe their story. What type of toxic bullshit is this, bruh?
I did like, however, how he did not say one bad thing about me, because I remember I did do one bad thing to him, actually.
You didn't?
I didn't get him pregnant and left him.
And he got you
I was a really nice person to him.
And he got you pregnant and left you, right? And he blocked you when you got
pregnant.
And he got you
I was a really nice person to him.
And he got you pregnant and left you, right? And he blocked you when you got pregnant. Okay.
Yeah, but he's like, you also did bad things. And the bad thing in question is like, maybe I was like clingy. How is that a bad thing? Like, that's disproportionate. You don't know my relationship, you know, he doesn't give a
Why? So Abba has a habit. He got 2 women pregnant and he blocked both of them. Now, we have the proof that Libby was blocked. We have the proof that repetitively, we have proof and evidence that she was pregnant. We don't have the evidence that this young lady was pregnant, and we don't have the proof of the history of her being blocked. We have the hearsay, we have the mess. We know she was dealing with Abba. We have proof that she was dealing with Abba. There's confirmation in the back and forth, the questioning that she was giving Abba as it relates to Libby's relationship with Abba and the way he treated her. So we know they were together and he was going through some intense questioning. But these details, we need the information if we're going to make judgments.
Right. You don't know mine. When you don't know. Now it's
the difference is that my ex knows. She was really upset that we were talking to each other. She was heartbroken. She was like, "What do you need?"
Broken. In February, we didn't have that issue. In February was a different problem. But in February, it felt like we were beefing. That's all happened. In February, I wanted nothing to do with the relationship. Nothing to do with this show. Because I said, I don't feel comfortable being with you again. But I was just like, I wanted to be supportive because she went through an abortion. Naturally, I wanted to be there. Okay, that's what happened. We've been in a relationship. We thought we were going to do this thing. She did a lot of crazy things. It didn't happen. I didn't hate the person. I don't here to this day. I just wanted her to move on with her life. Okay? But this person threw me through the mud. I still try to be supportive for a very long time. And then I found that she was being deceptive. I was deceptive about who she was the whole time. That's why I was hurt. Okay? But you don't know these details. And honestly, I would not have told you because I don't think you're a place to know.
Okay, but when I hate someone, or I don't want to have to do with someone,
I wouldn't hate the person. I don't hate her. Like, you judging my actions and saying, I don't hate her. I had a
Okay, no one cares, Abba. No one cares if you loved her, didn't love her, or anything. But if you got involved with someone, and for me, there were like emotional stakes in there. I asked you specifically. I don't want to have anything to do with you if you're still with your ex. If that's still a messy situation, I don't want anything to do with you. And you told me explicitly, no.
Now you're adding things. If you're trying to say that you to be with your ex, then I can honestly say I don't want to be with my ex, and you're contacting my ex. This is weird.
Okay, Abba, really put yourself in my shoes.
No, I don't need to.
Then tell me
You don't care
what you want me to do.
That's fine. Listen, this call
Okay, so if you guys want the correct chronology, Libby says she was pregnant before he met me. Then he was with me. He got back together with her after the pregnancy breakup.
Going on way too long.
Okay, tell me what to do.
No, you do whatever you want to do.
No, don't be like this. Tell me what to do.
No, you've already told me you don't care what I think. I heard you. I know you don't care what I think because you're contacting her. So go enjoy your life. Go do what you want to do. And have a good day. All right. Anything else?
What do you want from me? Truly.
Stop acting like you care. It's fine. Just go do whatever you want. I already know you're trying to do this to get back at me, so do it. Enjoy.
Detail. I know you're trying to do this to get back at me. Get back at him for what? The blocking while pregnant? But they were back together and speaking again. What is get back at him for what? What did he do that she's trying to get revenge for? This is insane, man. There's too many details here and a whole lot of messiness.
It's so funny. You haven't heard the leaked phone call that I had with him, but it's the same dynamic where I'm like, I was like, tell me what I did wrong. And he's like, I'm not going to tell you. And I'm just like, okay, tell me what to do. Like, tell me what I did wrong. And then he's like, you just need to get out of my life. You need to move on. Like, he says the exact same thing.
Well, that's I think the end. There's like a bit of that social.
Accountability, own it. You wanted to get involved, and that's why you're trying to her. It's okay.
Yeah.
You go contact her. You go be her support group. I didn't realize this is what you wanted to do. But now that you're contacting my stalker and the person who's harassing me and stuff, you go do that. I didn't realize you were on her team and you were part of this whole thing. You're probably reporting all.
I don't need to have teams.
It's my fault for not seeing this coming and not seeing you were capable of something like this. So
How does it make me a malicious person, like in any way?
I do. She's stalking me and you don't care, so just go contact her. But just let me.
She doesn't seem like she's stalking you. I think she's just sad.
Okay, then.
You fucked me.
I didn't realize you were like this kind of person, but whatever.
I didn't realize you were the person who spent time with me.
What?
You spent time with me and also you told her you loved her. So how is that not disappointing?
Okay, listen, if you want to record this and send this to you, I literally, there was all these things I thought, but now I'm like, oh, this girl's...
Who cares what you think? I'm just trying to do like the right thing. So do you want me to talk to her?
You're not trying to do the right thing. You don't know what the right thing is. Get out of here. You know what? Now I'm seeing this completely differently because you called me earlier and you're like, yeah, okay, we're cool. And then you ran to go call her.
No, I wasn't upset. I was angry.
It's super weird. Now I'm seeing this, and now I realize the whole call you did earlier, you were just fronting and pretending.
I wasn't fronting and pretending. I sent you. That got me so upset.
Yeah, you can be upset. You are a popular stalker. And then you want to have the audacity to call me after the fact and then pretend like you're not doing nothing wrong.
I called you. I saw the video. I sent you an email. Then after the emails, I was like, no, actually, let me go talk to you. Then
you're right. Go do whatever you want.
Then I asked her.
Go travel to California. Go hang out with my ex. I'm sure you guys are going to make great friends. Is there anything else?
I'm sure.
Is there anything else? And now I know what you're about. It's fine.
It's fucked.
What am I about?
It doesn't matter to me.
What did I say? I thought that I was always a stand-up person with you, and now I feel disappointed because you're lying.
You weren't a stand-up person. The fact that you're capable of even this is such odd thing.
You lied, Abba. How can I negate that? How do you think that's being truthful?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You were like texting her, speaking to her, telling her you loved her.
Because she went through something traumatic, so I didn't just look at her and tell you, kill yourself. What do you want me to say? Oh, I'm sorry. You can say, I would have liked a clean break. I would have liked to feel like you were with somebody who was completely out of that situation. And that's fair. But I was not getting back with her. We were not getting involved or living together. That's the truth. be honest. It wasn't perfect, and I can own that. But you taking that, like, I'm going to go contact her, and I'm going to start having conversations, and maybe I'm going to travel to California and hang out. Like, how do you think you look right now to me right now? You
Who cares what I look like to you? The thing is, you did something.
You don't care. That's it. We got nothing to talk about. You don't care what I think. You don't care about what I want, so it's fine. So just go do what you enjoy. Go spend time with her and start some drama. Anything else? This is like a pointless call. You don't care what I think, then why are we talking?
You feel like you're not disappointing at all?
You're just not listening. I literally said to you what I said, and then you just don't hear what I'm saying.
You see how we're just talking in circles?
Yeah. I can't believe that. It is so crazy that how we were like sexting in February, and I know that's TMI, but like you said, he was sending you.
That's fine.
Yeah, like he was sending you explicit stuff. He was sending me explicit stuff. I have proof that he was coming to fly out here.
Oh
and then in March, he was trying to see me. He was like, I'm going to be in a dance event in March. Basically saying, like, I'm going to see you. But I think he canceled it because you were probably coming. And then, yeah. And that was around the same time that you said... that you were there on your birthday. So, yeah, what a liar.
Just one question. Do you recognize this video?
Click on it.
Well, I don't want to make it bigger because then you'll like see the rest of.
There's not a video. Oh, yes.
You could recognize the video from just this? What the hell is this video?
He was like, okay. So she just showed me.
No, that was a long time ago.
She just showed me a masturbation video from ABBA.
Nigga, you gotta go. The fuck is wrong with you?
What is wrong with y'all? What the hell was that? Like, nobody wants to see that. Nobody, you can't share that, send that. That is revenge porn. Again! What are y'all doing? Do y'all want to get visited by the federals? Like, y'all want to hear some... FBI, open up! What are y'all doing? What the hell?
The same video he sent me, I guess it's around the same time. That is so messed up.
Yeah, it was like... February, March,
yeah.
Maybe even January. No, I think it's January. February, March. He sent me the video like a few times.
Yeah, the same one. That's pretty awful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that was good because I think people were gonna question if you and ABBA were actually talking. So I'm glad that he actually called, but he's probably super upset right now.
He called me like 2 times in the meantime that we were talking.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can't believe he was like... I can't believe he was like, I would never do that to you. I was never talking to anybody. And then he ends up talking to like a completely... Sorry, that's the cat. Another girl.
Everything, but then I came across your video and I just felt so bad that like nobody was reassuring you. And you kept...
Yo, chat. Do y'all think if we find others, or not find others, if others come forward, do you think that ABBA can get a reality show picked up off of this? Because this seems like this is some this seems like this should be some shit on like the Zeus network. This seems messy as fuck, man.
Saying things like the blocking and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, that's exactly ABBA. That's my ABBA. I know him. He's very like emotionally just volatile. And I sent him an email. I think I sent it to you where I was like, I think you're emotionally volatile and lame. And I think that sums it up. You know, he's emotionally volatile and lame.
Yeah, he's very emotional too.
And lame? Yo, man, y'all violating the hell out of him. I remember when Saint was asking about him getting milked and shit. Libby, you were saying that people think that he's zesty or bi, and that's like that's commonplace in his life, and I was like, oh dear Lord. What is going on here?
To give you context, I think you already know. So he wanted the baby with me, But I started to see all of this behavior, like him getting angry, him getting upset, and the way he is. And so I told him that, you know, I think it's better if we co-parent. And that's what the skepticism is in all this. But
do y'all know that the major smoking gun here, the proof of the pregnancy and him getting him getting you pregnant, the denying the baby, saying he doesn't want it, he'll never see, blah blah blah. That's the big smoking gun here. That's the major point that I'm focusing on. All the relationship shit, the minutia, the mistreatment, the blah blah blah. We don't have greater context to that. The way he speaks in those conversations, we don't know what was said before. We don't know if anyone's on their best behavior while recording and he's caught off guard. Nonetheless, it still shows how he communicates. But how it's collected, the information's collected is just like, I don't want to deal with this, because if I get taken out of context in an argument in my relationship, I could be looked at and labeled terribly the same way if I was maliciously recorded. So I'm like, I don't know, but 5 months and a few months, I think that no conversation should get that deep. Nobody should be that angry and doing the most. Like, it shouldn't get to recording people, and that's toxic, man. How could you be in a relationship and not be secure and not know at any point the person you're with can be recording you? You can be taken advantage of to be put on the internet. And nobody's innocent here. Nobody's a victim and nobody's innocent, because y'all were all recording. All three of y'all. What did I just pull up? Shit.
He got really upset because that was one of the things he didn't want to do. But I didn't see him as a fit partner. It was kind of like the skepticism is in all this. But he got really upset because that was one of the things he didn't want to do. But I didn't see him as a fit partner. It was kind of like... it was, yeah, he didn't really seem safe. So I broke up with him, and then I called him, but he had blocked me off everything. He didn't want anything to do with the baby. And when you listen to the phone call, you'll kind of see what's going on there. But for right now, do you want any proof from me or like anything like that? Did you want to see anything during that time? No. Okay, you believe me? Okay.
No, I just believe you. I'm like, yeah, fuck yes, I believe you. Because why would you lie? I think abortion, is such a sensitive topic, and I'm really lucky that here in Switzerland, like, it's legal and there's not the stigma around it. But I think that you can come out and you tell people that you went through this horrible thing. And I do just want to say we both got an abortion from ABBA, and cheers to that, because imagine if we had gone through and we had a baby with this nightmare person.
Yeah, and you got
so,
it.
Anybody that's going, yeah.
And you got it because he blocked you also.
It's been nice to have some feedback or, any type of support. So, abortion by ABBA because we were blocked by him, ultimately.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Retarded in his own ways. Sorry, stupid in his own way. He's a bit stupid in his own ways, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think he just really needs to learn some compassion, and I wish he would have had that with you. And with me too.
Yeah, especially you too. Yeah.
ABBA's not the one to put out stuff like that. Very private about his girls. I don't even think I've met his girls and they were not like...
Preach started this off with Freudian slips. ABBA is very private about his girls, plural. Something, his girls, plural. Like, bro.
He doesn't introduce me as them girls.
If we're not getting married, you don't know.
Exactly. So I don't know. But my girl, you pushed them to that. You understand what I'm saying? You go around and you talk people to people's business. You gallivant around and parading in some kind of goody two-shoes Christian girl. And then you don't expect retaliation from people. My girl. I'm not even mad. I wish it hadn't come to that, but goddamn, when you push someone, you push someone.
I think it's sad.
I don't even agree with all this. But I could see, I'll put myself in that position and you put all my shit out there. I don't know how I'm gonna be any different. I'm not gonna be like you and be like, well, I'm the better person. I'm not.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. Y'all would have been talking to y'allselves. I wouldn't have confirmed, given any of this attention if I was ABBA. I'd have been like, have at it. Whatever y'all saying, it is what it is, bruh. Believe these girls. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't be chasing this story. I'd have been like, fuck this shit. I'll be covering some other shit. I'll be talking about crepuscular rays from flat earth. I'll be reaching to put another Anton Daniels video up for some views. Like, what are we talking? I would not be discussing this. I'll be like, please, man, build your YouTubes. Like, that's why when I seen a part 2 of this, I'm like, he's really doing this? Because all it does is give people more ammunition to call him out for his hypocrisy and his unaccountability. Because he keeps talking about what he was pushed to. And the videos lack context and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you could say that literally about every relationship dynamic video that we cut apart and we analyze and we tell people about themselves. We all witness certain clips from certain videos with limited context. We make judgments and we speak about it. So when you're a part of that cycle, that's what happens in the media. Nobody knows people personally. Not everybody's willing to interview y'all, both of y'all, all three of y'all, and get all the details to see what's really going on in y'all relationship. I actually have no interest in interviewing anybody. That's why I've been quite quiet while y'all keep talking about interviewing in the chat, because I'm not trying to do that. People talk about interview and I'm like,
Don't fucking touch me!
I'm not trying to be part of this, bruh. I'm sorry. I'll do my reviews. I'll take the facts that y'all want to bring in. An interview has to be like a formally set up thing. Actually, I have a call-in link, so that's super cap. People can just call in at any time. But let me just play the video.
Not the bigger person. I'm not the better person. I will slash your tires on your wheelchairs. I am
Just like a woman.
not gonna be like you and be like, well, I'm the better person. I'm not. I'm not the bigger person. I'm not the better person. I will slash your tires on your wheelchairs. I am not.
What, nigga? What?
Not the bigger person. So when you push someone like that,
no, but
you get what happens. So
but for me, it's not. Again, it's going after the people around me. That's the one line I have. You know, between us, you can yell at me. You can say whatever you want to me. I'll accept it. I don't mind. But it stresses me the fuck out when it's the people around me you go after.
This is, when I look at this, I'm like, yo, this was a 5-month relationship. He keeps talking about stressing the fuck out. He gave it his all. He tried. I'm like, 5 months. That, for me, that's what's insane to me. At this big age, I'm like, 5 months, man. I can't get over that 5 months.
And I won't do that to you. I won't post your family out here. I won't post your sister's business everywhere. I won't post your family's business everywhere. I don't do that. I don't know. Even now, like, it's not like I have some big satisfaction. I want you to fucking move on. We are in our 30s. This is stupid. What happened?
I just got an epiphany.
Tell me.
Because I didn't understand why she's doing that. Why she's doing all the exposing. She knows she's lying. She knows she's going to get cut out.
The problem with the reason why she's doing the exposing is ABBA, in his own words, justified why somebody would do that. In the last video I played, him speaking in his own words when he was speaking about the Fresh situation, it's not that far removed. He said it's not that far removed from somebody feeling like they're isolated, fucked over, disrespected, where they want to come out and speak about it. And they see someone on air presenting an image, making money off said image, and now they're trying to fuck up their money, fuck up their bag now. It's like, hey, you're a fraud. You're selling people some bullshit. This is not how you actually are. You're not well thought out, measured, calculated, stoic, and providing the things people need in a relationship from a realistic perspective. You're kind of on some high school toxic shit. So people want to put that out. And he justified that in Fresh's stance. So it kind of gets like, if we're going to copy and paste the logic to everybody, it's going to be applied to him as well. So that take aged bad, because when it applies to him, it's the internet. People don't have mercy.
Know who she's dealing with. Abba, the receipt king. Maybe she likes the humiliation that's coming after. Maybe that's what it is.
That's funny to think about, but I still think it's my first theory, which is she's a bit of a narcissist, and she really thinks she's right.
A bit? A bit.
All right, I didn't have to soften my language. So now, guys, remember the first thing she said here, right? Okay? We listen to this portion, I'm gonna skip ahead.
I have never tried to commit suicide because he broke up with me.
Okay, so that's a lie, all right? We all saw her in the snow. This girl would always like threaten self-harm and then make it my fault. Okay?
See, the one thing that, when Abba cherry picked my content and he used that clip of me saying what I said, the one thing that goes over Abba's head, and this is exactly what happened to Fresh, and we were saying this because when Fresh was talking about, oh, she was an escort, she was this, she was that, I'm like, do you realize that this just makes you look worse? Disparaging her character and saying all these negative things about her makes you look worse, because she's a narcissist, she's this, she's that, but you wanted to be with her. You wanted to keep the child until she broke up with you. And then you started kicking, screaming, and swinging. Not literally, but like you threw a fit about her leaving you, and then you didn't want to keep the kid. That's not responsible, because you nutted in her. You had unprotected sex. You nutted in her. You got her pregnant. You got to deal with the consequences. You got to live with the results. The whole, oh, I only want it and I only want to be accountable if you're going to be with me. That's not how the world works. If she had kept that child, you would be the father and you would have no choice. It wouldn't be like, oh, no, it's just if you're with me, you'll still be on the hook for child support. So I don't know, man. That is a deadbeat mentality. Someone said he's a deadbeat in his opinion, because that is that, because we criticize folks for that. Dr. Umar Johnson got criticized and called a deadbeat while paying child support for his daughter, but not being in his daughter's life. So his daughter grew up being a crash out, getting into fights online, crashing the fuck out. People cook him. Yo, you were a deadbeat. You paid child support the entire time, but you weren't physically there. And then it's like Abba's saying he's not going to be there. He's not going to see the child. And if he does see the child, he's going to tell the child how much of a whore the mother is. I'm like, damn, the fuck?
And it was, and people were like, but with this, I'll be honest, I've never dealt with this. This is the first for me. I've had very healthy, sane relationships up.
Y'all keep screaming he wanted the kid. I'm telling y'all that makes him look worse as he disparages the character of the woman that he got pregnant. In 5 months, you're out here raw dogging, getting her pregnant, telling everybody she's a narcissist of all sorts, but you still wanted the kid with her as long as she stayed with you. Now, ain't that some simp shit?
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Until now. So this whole dynamic is foreign to me, of like someone threatening self-harm every other day. I've had it in a small, short dating situation, but I wasn't in deep enough to care, so that's it. When it's someone I'm deep and there's a child involved, I've never dealt with this. And this girl abused the fuck out of her ultimate. I mean, it had a 0-second cooldown. Look at this message. She's like, I'm shaking, I'm whatever, I'm gonna quit my job. It's like everything was a crisis with this person. She was never put together. I'm in the hospital having panic attacks, I'm shaking, It's always like this. And think about having to manage.
Let me read this. It says, Abba, it's Libby. Please answer. I am panicking. Abba, I quit my job because of this breakup. I'm moving back home. How much it hit me. I told you, the new IG on the phone, it's all just a cope. Do you remember telling me that? Or do you remember telling you that? That's a typo, I guess. I told you that on the phone. To be honest, I don't even care. But I would delete the page literally right now just because, honestly, it's a cope. Please answer. I'm having crazy anxiety or anxiousness right now. This was written in a rush, you can tell, because I read honestly because I could tell that was honestly, but Hobbs, like this was clearly written in haste.
This person and the fact that she got a kid inside her. I took my sleeping pills and I'm sleeping in my truck. I just want to get through the day. This is where she's saying she's going to kill herself, okay? You're going to see in the next message. Thank you, I'm going to harm myself now. There's more. I understand I'm going to go kill myself. Like, how often? Look at this one.
Okay, so Libby said she never said that, but Abba is showing proof that Libby said that. Damn. Why shouldn't be making jokes about self-deletion? What the hell am I doing?
I have to say this before you believe it.
I had a choice to take benzodiazepines this morning or sleeping pills. I decided to take the sleeping pills. And you really want me to die? Okay, I have the benzos right here. I want to die too. Like, and you know what's crazy? I heard her in one of the lives say that she never took the pills. She was just fronting with me.
Doesn't matter.
But the
It doesn't
threat
matter.
is all that matters.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
It's even worse because if you never had the intention of taking the pills, then I know that you're just saying that. You're just saying that to say that.
Manipulation.
You're not. If you actually were taking the pills, I can understand that it's not you. It's your condition. Now you never had the. You never wanted to take the pills.
Yep.
You just admitted that you manipulate people.
That's it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Pills for what? I wasn't paying attention. There's too much shit going on my screen, and y'all are talking a lot in the chat. Pills for what? Was it anxiety pills? What was the pills for? Damn it, I'm not going back, man. This is a long-ass reaction.
And someone said, oh, so she quit her job over a breakup? No, she didn't. She never quit it. She's just lying.
That's like
She just lies. She didn't delete her Instagram. She didn't quit her job. She just says shit because she want to get me riled up. That's it.
Abba.
Uh-huh.
If I'd ever text you, I got the benzo, you know I got a brand new car.
All right. So this is from Themis and Thought. All right, I actually like this guy's stuff.
Anxiety pills. Okay, see, this is the thing. Everything y'all are dealing with, the pregnancies, the unplanned stuff, I've dealt with this like decades ago. Like, not decades ago, I ain't that old. But a long time ago. Even anxiety medication I dealt with. I was on a bunch of different things. I was on with lorazepam or some bullshit. Some of that shit fucked with my heart and my heart rate. Anxiety medication is fucking awful. Do not take that shit. Do not get finessed into. Well, I can't say that. I'm not a medical professional. I should not be giving medical advice at all. But that shit was awful for me personally. Absolutely terrible. That shit induced more anxiety. That anxiety medication begot more anxiety, and I was like, can't even breathe and type shit. I'm like, yo, I don't need this that much, nigga. Let me just smoke a blunt. Like, fuck this, bro.
Again!
He doesn't always agree with us. Actually, rarely agrees with us. But I think he does good breakdowns, and I always like to hear people who do.
Yes, SSRIs. Yeah, man, they're terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Disagree with me. So she jumped on because she's clout chasing, and as she jumps on this guy's pod, he questions her about the blackmail. Now we're gonna get to the blackmail portion because I called her my blackmailer, right? Where's that coming from?
It was like, it was just to like, it was finally me like, hey, dude, like you gotta stop acting like this. And it was just to get.
So Themis had just asked her, what is this like blackmail business that you're talking about? And this is her explanation. It involves a lot of likes. Let's see here.
Like, no. It was, yeah, it was like, it was just to like, it was finally me like, hey, dude, like you gotta stop acting like this. And it was just to get his attention because, like I said, I'm agreeable and I didn't realize how much I was agreeable and I would just be okay with him acting like this. And so when he finally does this blocking thing, I'm like, okay, he wants, it was emotional. It was me fighting back and it was just like, hey, I'm gonna pretend to do this, and people are just saying like it's still blackmail, but I'm telling you from my perspective, it was to get his attention and just to say like, hey, you know, I'm kind of playing your game now.
Hey, I'm just a girl, like I'm just pretending to blackmail you. Okay, now, if you don't know what she's talking about, she had recorded conversations that I wasn't aware of and threatened to release it to people if I didn't do what she said. That's blackmail. Definitionally, go look up the legal definition of blackmail. It doesn't have to do anything with money necessarily. It's to get someone to do something through the threat of like harming their reputation, exposing a secret, whatever it is. She blackmailed me. It's illegal. I am going through the police process right now over there.
Wait, no. I watched this live. How did I miss the part where he said he's going to pursue legal activity? I did not know he said this shit. Wow, Abba was like...
Yep, I'm telling.
Wait, hold up. Because... Hold up. Let me conduct myself real quick. The threat, the blackmail, the audios, the evidence of you saying that you didn't want to have the child, that all came out. So it was a threat unless something happened, and then it actually, all the audio came out. We heard the unaccountability. So this is just more problems. This is just more storylines. This entire thing that he's doing, this is why when I seen him go live, I'm like, what is the point of this? Because you're not beating the allegations. This is just, let me pick another point to argue where I can be right and she's clearly wrong, and I could point out character flaws in her. That's all this really is, because you raw dogged her, you nut in her, you got her pregnant, and then there's audio of you being miserably unaccountable, talking about, oh, you broke up with me, so I don't want the kid anymore, kicking and screaming. That was solidified. So for me, this is already packed up, saga done. Daisy part 2, you repeated exactly what Fresh did, and then you even brought in the white girl the same way Fresh did. The same thing. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, this is all just extras right now. This is just extras. The L is already solidified. There's no weaseling out of the L. I don't know why people are so averse to taking an internet L. What does it do? Oh my God, I took the L. I got held accountable by people, and they pointed out my wrongdoing. And I'm more distraught that the Lakers got swept.
Come on, man.
I'm like, I don't even understand it. Like, who cares? The day the sun comes up the next day, blunts are still being rolled. Okay, too much blunt talk right now. What am I doing? What am I doing? All right, let's get back into this.
County, so she's going to have to deal with law enforcement, both for the recording and for the fact that she blackmailed me, both which are illegal. And I looked up the statutes, and I'm talking to lawyers down there. But moving past that, her defense for blackmail is, I was never going to do it, which is stupid. If you run up on someone with a gun and you point at them and you say, give me your money, they're still going to get you.
But I was never going to shoot.
They're going to get you for that.
But she dropped the audio. So her saying I was never going to shoot, she still shot.
Okay? And this guy explains it to her.
Not like that, but like, I need to get your attention because we have to talk about this. But again, I was never planning on doing it. It was to get his attention.
All right. So I think this might actually be one of the biggest points of disagreement between you and him. And this is where you are actually incorrect in definitionally. And so he did the thing to prevent you from doing the thing that you threatened, even if you weren't actually going to do it. From his perspective, you were going to do it, right?
It doesn't matter.
Shout out to Themis, okay? And that's just what it is. Definition.
That's what I don't get. Like, definitionally blackmail, yes. But the blackmail was in relation to do this for me, or I'm dropping these audios. The audios dropped. You also had recordings. You fought back with more recordings and dropped the audios. Yo, honestly, these lawsuits from YouTube, y'all just love wasting lawyers' times, and y'all own money. Like, I don't understand this shit. It's like the whole Anton Daniels, Corey Holcomb lawsuit. Anton's gonna waste money, end up paying for Corey's lawyers. Just wasting time in the court system. Like, what are we doing? Shout out to Sir Chai 87 with the $2 super chat. You said Luka, the new Anthony Davis without accountability. Yeah, man, Luke. At least Anthony Davis was available in the internet. I mean, what the heck? I gotta stop reading things while I'm speaking. Available. What did I say? The fuck? At least he was available in the playoffs. If we had Anthony Davis on this exact team, we could have probably beat the Thunder. Would have way better defense. Would have 2 bigs now, and Anthony Davis needs a center. You don't get me started with Lakers talk. I could talk too long. Let's get back into this chat.
What she did was blackmail. Definitionally, she's been blackmailing me this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, did I give in to those threats? Yeah, I did. Mostly because she went around to the people around me. That's why. But I was not going to let her force me to stay in a relationship with her or stay in this manipulative fucking jargon with her just because she had some blackmail. I need to be free and be happy too. I'm not going to let myself be tethered to this woman who's going to control me for the rest of my life. I don't care what you guys call me. Oh, Abba, you're a Debbie. Okay, then you guys go get involved with somebody like this and let them control you for the next 18 to 20 years of your life. Are you crazy? This woman lives like 9 hours away. We would never have a chance to co-parent. 1, 2, she never wanted a kid because she was going to abort it anyways. It was all a control narrative.
And this is where he's looking for a level of sympathy from his chat. I looked at this and I'm like, bro, this is the woman that you chose, that you wanted to keep the baby with. They always use that as an arguing point. I'm like, these are points that sink you more because you ultimately didn't want to have the baby. So she's doing all these things. She's malicious, all these things, but you wanted to have the baby. You wanted to keep her until she left you. Then she became all these things indefinitely. So I'm like, this is some toxic fuckery. Like, what? You wanted this, bro.
And because I broke free, I'm the issue. But y'all seen the behavior in full display.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, and yes, I can see that. And yeah, I can see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. What I feel like people are not really understanding from my point of view is that the behavior on the phone with Abba.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but from what it sounds to me is like you're in this, dire situation because you're pregnant. You're trying to make like a life-altering decision.
Yeah, exactly. And then I do what I do, and in my head at the time, I'm thinking like, I'm not really going to blackmail him, but it's just to get his attention. But there's a reason why I never left that out is because I felt like, just to be honest, I didn't feel like it was that bad because I knew at the time I wasn't going to do it, and I never did.
She's doing it right now. She was already emailing YouTubers in January.
She emailed me in January.
That's it.
She messaged me in January.
That's it.
Yeah.
She was already on her campaign doing this shit the whole time. So even though she looked me in the eyes and said, I would never do it, I just wanted your attention.
You did.
She was already emailing folks. And also, it doesn't matter because I really believe she was going to do it.
Well, she said she would.
That's it.
So.
There's one of the few times where I'm like, believe all women. All right. So this next portion. Y'all want to know how evil this person is? So as she was going through this campaign and she's releasing these videos, she is making different accounts, reaching out to me. You guys saw that Instagram earlier where she's liking everything and she's trying to get a hold of me. And on the first night when all this thing's blowing up, she ends up very briefly on the phone with me. I got a FaceTime from somebody.
When was that?
This is Thursday.
This Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Just real fast. You'll see what I'm saying. Peep it.
Once again, this is my point exactly. So all the blackmailing and you still wanted to be with Libby. Libby continued to be with a man that was abusive. This shit is the most funny toxic relationship I've seen in a good minute. Well, actually, Libby left him. Libby was pregnant and left him. So, yeah. Pregnancy hormones, man. Crazy.
Okay.
I actually answered the phone, and he was recording the phone call. When I answered the phone, I just got nervous, and I smiled and I laughed.
Imagine the person who just released this tape, who's like looking for justice, is harassing the shit out of me. She gets me on a call, and the first thing she's doing, she's laughing. She thinks this shit's fucking funny.
I got your back.
Do you understand how demonic this person is?
Yo, Abba. This is where, when you are inflicting pain on folks, when you are cooking fresh and fit, you are always laughing. You are always the most condescending. You don't get it. From what I witnessed, their relationship was Libby watched him on YouTube. She absorbed his type of character. She's seen who he was on YouTube. She thought he was the very same person on YouTube. Got into a relationship with him. Seen different characteristics that she doesn't see through the screen. Was disappointed they weren't compatible. And now she came back to tell everybody, hey, this motherfucker treated me like shit. He's not the guy that he appears to be posturing on YouTube. That's what I see. So when she exposes you when she's laughing, it's like, hey, nigga, you laugh at everybody when you're cooking them. You're Mr. Petty with all the receipts and all X, Y, and Z. This is hilarious. This is the weirdest relationship dynamic I've ever seen. 2026, man. We're in different times, bruh.
Like, she's trying to ruin my life, and this bitch is laughing. Tee-hee. That's what I'm dealing with. So now let's go to the second person. Apparently I was cheating. Our relationship ended January 10th or 12th, something like that. She's claiming I'm cheating on her in March. We've never seen each other since. We were not together. Do I have the right to date somebody else afterwards? I do. So I went on a couple of dates with somebody, and I didn't want to date them again. And this person, salty as fuck, decided to insert themselves in the whole situation when they saw it going viral. This person calls me out of the blue. We haven't spoken in a while. And she starts inquiring about the situation, which throws me off. But I didn't realize she was already in contact with this girl. On the second go-around, I start to get a weird feeling. And you know what this girl does? She starts to lecture me about this whole fucking situation. So this is Stephanie Aschwanden over there in Switzerland. You know, I got my family over there.
The other girl.
I've seen him do it.
Stephanie Aschwanden. She didn't even say her name in her video. That's why I didn't retain it. She didn't say it. She just said he doxed her. He put her name out there and everything on the LinkedIn. He did that shit. Yo, I'm telling y'all, I watched this live while it was live, while I was recording it to react to it, and I missed all these things. Like, what am I doing? I don't pay any attention. Am I not an active listener that I thought I was? And I'm not paying attention to the screen as this happened. He fully doxed. What in the hell?
Geneva, all right? Actually, if you aren't aware, before we came to Canada from Ethiopia.
Well, it's not fully doxed on my screen because I cut it out. So it's not fully doxed in here, but on his stream, it's fully doxed. So I'm safe from the guidelines because it's not fully doxed, YouTube. It's not. You hear that? Certified, bruh.
Yeah, a lot of my family's still over there in Switzerland, Geneva. So anyways, this girl's from one of the suburbs in Zurich, okay? And
I already knew that this was going to look stupid when she's going to put it out.
But you're fooling it by, like, posting about it, and then all these people are going to her page.
I have the right to defend myself. Don't say I don't have the right to defend myself. I do. If she's going to go say what... Okay, so then that's all I did. She made her video first. You don't get to harass somebody and then threaten them with blackmail.
It's so disproportionate. Like, she doesn't have, like, any...
You think what you're saying is fair? So she gets to go out and say whatever she wants. I can't say what I want to say?
Can't you, like, handle it privately in a way where she...
I did handle it privately, and then she went public.
You do have the rights, but I don't think you're doing, like... Do you think she's mentally healthy right now?
No, I don't.
Nobody cares. Like, I don't think...
Yes, people care. Why are you sitting here trying to tell me I don't have that right?
It's just my opinion.
Okay, so you want me to just sit there and take it quietly? No, but see, that's such an unfair thing.
No, it's because you're the smarter person, so you can take the...
Sorry, no.
So this fucking retard contacts me, and she's like, you don't have the right to sing.
Is that why she calls herself a retard so much? Is it because this nigga's always calling her a retard? She internalized it, and that's why she. Nah, I can't blame him for her always referring to herself as that. I can't do that.
No, it's because you're the smarter person, so you can take the.
Sorry, no.
So this fucking retard contacts me, and she's like, you don't have the right to say anything because you're smarter, and she can just slander me. And then she says, handle it privately after this fucking goofball went public first. I never wanted to. I never wanted any of this. And so she's out here trying to lecture me about not being able to speak out. This crazy pathological weirdo is doing all this stuff. Sorry, you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
Sorry.
But, I mean, this girl is the girl that you dated.
She's one of them yes girls. We are on 2 dates.
Smarter approach, which is like
you were involved like
No.
that.
She said that she met Preach. She was his girlfriend. Wait, no, she said, no, it wasn't a girlfriend. She said she was dating him for 3 months, or she was with him for 3 months, but he didn't give her the girlfriend label. And then he said 2 dates. But if it was 2 dates, why are you explaining yourself vigorously on the phone with her? Trying to get her not to jump in on the matter. And like, I don't understand that if it was only 2 dates. Like, what? These are limited interactions leading into devastation, which I don't understand. 2 dates and you have all these recorded phone conversations. She has recorded phone conversations of you. You have recorded phone conversations of her. This sounds like a lot more than 2 dates. Why do y'all keep recording phone conversations to provide to the public? Abba, the woman was right, bruh. The woman was right. This is why I say I would have let y'all do the talking, chirping, and build a fucking audience off of what the hell y'all want to bring to the public. I'm not arguing against this shit. For what, nigga? The fuck am I arguing this shit for? Oh, don't speak back. Oh, what is his justification for speaking?
Sorry, you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
Sorry.
But, I mean, this girl is the girl that you dated.
She's one of them yes girls. We are on 2 dates.
smarter approach, which is like
you were involved like that with her.
No. Listen,
Do nothing.
It's
Do
not
nothing.
worth it.
Do nothing.
Like, she's more mentally unstable, so why would you take this route? She's not gonna. I don't think you're looking at this from the right perspective.
I have the right. Just because I'm a man, it doesn't mean that I have to sit in this world and then let some woman lie about me.
Oh my god, I can't play the man card. What the
Okay.
Well, personally, I think because you're a man, it is different.
See?
Also just
It is different. There's the world of double standards. There's a reason why I always cringe, because Abba loves to use the word partner. He's talking about her as a human, partner, gender neutral terms. I'm like, bro, this throws me, bro. Like, we're different. We handle things different. If a woman wants to be messy and do all this stuff, she gonna be doing that with herself, man. I'm not confirming, denying, getting entwined with. I don't care, bruh. That's just me. I don't know if that's unless the accusations are completely egregious. But when I did that shit, if I got a woman pregnant, forced or wanted her to get the abortion, and she got that, it is what it is, man. I did that shit, guilty as fuck. Who the fuck cares? Move on with my life. She wants to build a following off of it. I ain't gonna help with the back and forth, validating certain things so people can put 2 and 2s together when they're trying to break down things. I'm leaving that the hell alone, personally. But I don't think, like, I don't know, man. That's different.
It is. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with fucking crazies and weirdos who are a little bit jilted because I didn't want to get them. Move the fuck on.
Why? Abba, why? You said you were wholesome. You don't want to, you like soap operas. You're not trying to be a part of it. You date regular women. And this is where the disconnect is. I think Abba used to date regular women. I think he was able to reach out to women regularly, but he forgot who he was. Libby in the interview with The Saint and the Sinner said Abba is minimalist. It shows, but in his mentality, he hasn't grown with his fame. He doesn't understand. He's 2 million subscribers famous. People know him. People are going to be looking to extract even a smidgen of clout from his name, from his platform. So you're not going to be dating people normally. You're going to be dating people with ulterior motives or people that were normal and got affected by the fame. Because a level of fame will change people. A level of spotlight and clout and attention will have people changing. So You got to be aware of who you are as you traverse the planet because you're not a normal dude anymore.
Like this
because
whole
you didn't want to what?
Because I didn't want to be.
Hold up, chat.
I'm dealing with fucking crazies and weirdos who are a little bit jilted because I didn't want to get them. Move the fuck on. Like this
because
whole.
You didn't want to what?
Because I didn't want to be. She wanted to. I said no. I'm entitled to that. And she's salty about it, and so now she want to get in on this and do her little 5 minutes. Well, Stephanie Ashwanden, let your name be out there in the public too, stupid.
Now, this is corny as fuck. This is where you step into the lameness. Just doxing names. Oh, you let your name be out there? Like, what are we doing, bruh? That's where it's lame.
You want to get involved? I don't give a shit. Fuck you too.
She wanted to get on there.
She knows this woman is blackmailing me, and she's getting involved because she's salty because you're a scorned person. Why?
But why is she? Wait, I didn't get the part where why is she getting involved? Why she's mad?
Because she's just scorned person because I don't want to date her.
Oh.
She's salty, and so she's like throwing her name in there, saying like we have some. No, I just move the fuck on. All these people are so juvenile.
Now, when he's saying that, I believe there's some validity to this claim. Saying that she's just hanging on, but this is his mess. These are the people that he's interacting with. So ultimately, this is an L for him. But nonetheless, I still believe this point. Because she has not verified any type of pregnancy. Libby has. The white girl, Stephanie, she has not brought any real detail. She's been saying stories. The only evidence she has is that they were actually in communication and he was trying to, well, do I really believe this part? Because he was really trying to make her believe what he was saying, so he was trying to hang on to that in a weird way. Actually, I don't know what the fuck I believe. I gotta look at this, man. I really gotta analyze this situation because she was saying, it's all he would say, she say, fuck it, no facts, let's move on.
Damn, you know what's gonna go up in the streets? Your
value.
I like if you want to
see, preach. This is what you can't trust these niggas. Your value going up. That sounds like some red pill shit because he knows. Libby, Stephanie, I hope you know after this saga, ABBA's gonna be out here.
Oh my God.
Because women know he's just a DM away. Y'all DM'd him. Y'all liked a few pictures and he was sliding and getting y'all on flights. Women know now, so now it's up. Now it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different for ABBA.
Know how much a goofball Libby is? Like, this is how she was spoken about right before she goes on the interview. Listen to this.
When was that?
You'll see.
So you see what she's doing here? Now this is sad. She's really trying to she's trying to become a YouTube star. So she's trying to build her career by destroying ABBA's career. This is really sad, actually. That's really sad. We collected the data. We know what you are. You're not a good person. It's been triple, quadruple verified. She's a concubine.
A few moments later.
Hi there.
Hey.
Now, this moment was terrible. The way how the Saint and the Sinner spoke about Libby prior to Libby showing up on the show because she was late, according to him, and the scheduling, he was talking the most shit. At that point, it's like you're put in a position where it's like if you don't show up, you're unprofessional, but if you show up, then it's like you look like a clout demon because he was dogging you out and you still showed up on the platform. But this is peak level cherry picking by ABBA, because throughout this interview, the amount of negative things that Saint and the Sinner underhandedly said about ABBA it far superseded that little clip right there. He was disrespecting the shit out of ABBA, saying that he can tell that he has low testosterone, saying he was a beta male, saying that he doesn't exercise like a man, he does salsa, saying that he gets pegged in the ass and blah blah blah. Like he was trying to make it seem like it was just subtle and it was innocent and everything, but he was going in on ABBA. So that's why when you see this, it's like, yeah, you're making the moment look like a moment, like they're rocking with you, but when you see the things fully expanded, it doesn't reflect that little clip. So I get what people say, the cherry picking of moments, but this is YouTube, man. I ain't new to this.
I'm sorry about that.
Like, imagine being this much of a loser where people talk about you like you're a dog and you're so desperate to get some clout that you're running to do these interviews. And this is what we're honestly dealing with. But I'm going to go to the next portion here because, like, all this is really fucking stupid to me. I go back to the same thing that we had a discussion about earlier, which is why is all this really happening? And it comes back to what I said.
That I did everything right. I did everything right, Abba, and you know it.
And you know what's been the most vindicating thing about this whole relationship for me too? I knew it was weird and fucked up, but I moved on. But it's been funny seeing random people who don't like me, examine her behavior. People who didn't watch my content, don't like me, or whatever it could be, and they see her behavior and they see her behavior for what it is.
Now, he's talking about people examining the behavior, people that don't like him. Like, people that don't like him are trying to have Libby on the show so they can extract some information to cook Abba. But Abba doesn't get any sympathy from me in this regard because he did the same thing as he interviewed Daisy, his enemy's woman, baby mother at the time. So it's like, these people are looking at it and they're like, yo, the same thing is happening to you. So people don't really feel sorry for people that move that certain way. It is what it is, man. Treat people how you want to be treated. And then if you don't, people aren't good. People are gonna look at you like, hey, you move this way. So if it gets done to you,
If you broke up with him, why are you calling him 3 hours later? Bueller, anybody can help me understand that, Bueller? So in other words, you weren't really done. It's a manipulation. It is a game. You broke up with him, it's like, I'm done with you, I'm done with you, I'm done with you. 3 hours later, hey, let's talk. What is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? 3 hours later, it is a game.
You know what? In a few months, you're going to understand that I did everything right.
In a few months, you're going to understand that I did everything right. She is so perfect around here. She is so perfect around here. She does everything right. He needs to listen to her. I'm going to tell you, I just want to help me understand, why did you...
I do not trust Michonne. Messy Michonne. I'm letting you know right now, you took Anton Daniels' side throughout all of Anton Daniels getting cooked and exposed for the whole Mika stuff. You will always side with the larger content creator to try to grift some viewing. I do not trust anything you say, ma'am.
So mean. How could he say these things to me? Girl, another one. It don't matter. Tether or American, it don't daggone matter. She, with her calmness, I guess that's supposed to make it better because she's so even-keeled, calm in the way that she's speaking to him. But y'all, I feel like that's even more manipulation if you ask me.
Now, that is manipulation. Whenever somebody's, as it relates to recordings, that's why when I hear these recordings and somebody's speaking so prim and proper and the other person's crashing out, it's like, you know you're recording, so you're on your P's and Q's, you're on your best behavior, so you're going to speak that way. The other person that's crashing out has no idea they're being recorded, so they're crashing out. So when Abba plays a recording of Libby being a certain way and he's all calm, I'm like, we know that's not how you were when you didn't know you were being recorded. And then when Libby's all calm and Abba's crashing out in the recording, I'm like, you know who recorded. So whoever has the recording has the advantage, the tactical advantage. Now, this is where he cherry picked my statement because y'all see me saying peak hypocrisy in my videos, the thumbnails, calling out Abba throughout this whole thing, speaking about the fact that he pulled a fresh. And this is Daisy part 2. This is the same incident copied and pasted. So he kind of cherry picked this as he put my video up here. But us as YouTubers, a lot of the times we receive this shit and we're like, yo, this nigga has 2 million subscribers and I'm on the screen now so I can cherry pick some of these subscribers. That's what most folks think. But I've been trying to kind of like get rid of these motherfuckers in my chat because they've been annoying the fuck out of me. His subscribers don't have any objectivity. They just want to cape. They don't want to analyze anything objectively, so I don't really want some of them, but I guess there's 2 million of them, so there's probably some people I want in that crowd. So it is good to have yourself on the screen, but at the end of the day, you cherry-picked my message.
Keep in mind, this call is right after she ended things and she told me she was keeping the baby. The one where she's super wrong, she admits herself. The one where she just fucked me up and betrayed me in a big way. And within a short time span, she's on the phone and she wants to like talk calm after everything, okay? And that's why she recorded the call. I never knew she was recording this.
What she needs is full compliance and agreeance on perspective. Until you fully agree with what happened and the facts and the details the way she sees it, she will not move on.
And that was my entire experience with this woman. And this is
why I don't feel sorry for you, sir. This is why I don't feel sorry for you. If that was your entire experience with this woman, you wanted to have the child and be with her until she didn't want to be with you. Then you wanted to delete the child and you wanted to get the fuck out of there. So I'm like, if that was your entire experience, bruh, why were you there? Libby, you said you're not mad at that opinion. This is the funny thing. You can't be mad at that opinion because you're here right now. You're pretty much here still making sure everything is in accordance to what the hell you provided. So you're not letting the message go. So what I said was apropos as a motherfucker. Very correct.
That's why she's online right now doing all this goofy ass shit. It's because she needs the whole internet to agree with her. She will not stop. She will keep going. So, what do I think about this whole situation? All in all, I just want everybody to move on. I don't want to talk about my personal business. I don't want to put her shit on Front Street. I don't want to talk about the other suicide attempts. I don't want to talk about the kid, nothing. I have always believed that this woman was manipulating and using the child as a way to control me. And you got...
ABBA. Invalid. Invalid. You can't use that defense. You cooked Fresh for using that very same defense. Fresh talking about, oh, she was trapping him and using the baby to control her. You aided Daisy in using the baby to control Fresh with the interviews, acting like she was still pregnant while she wasn't, to get him in the hot seat. You did that to Fresh. Now you're talking about using the pregnancy, bro. You raw dogged her in the first 5 months, talking about you couldn't get pregnant, using the same excuse as Fresh, low sperm count. You got her pregnant irresponsibly. So if you wanted to be accountable and you didn't want to be in the situation where someone's using a baby against you and you're framing yourself as the victim, you shouldn't have raw dogged and nutted in her. But the problem is, you wanted to keep the baby and you wanted to be with her until she didn't want to be with you. And that right there is very damning and it looks very, very bad.
I saw the many ways in which she did so throughout the relationship. But also, if she wanted the kid so bad, how come when I was out of the picture, she killed it? She never wanted that child. Once she realized she couldn't use it to control me, that's what happened. And then what'd she do after that? Even though I'm so verbally abusive and I was the reason everything ended, she tried to get back with me. She tried to move to Montreal to live with me. Do you understand how fucking crazy this is? Go ahead.
And I know on the other live that we did, you didn't want to mention that. You didn't want to mention that. You're like, I know, I just know. But we don't. And I know a lot of us are still asking ourselves, you know, she lies so much and she lies to that extent. Like, you had to prove all that shit and you have to go through all that shit that you had to prove. Recording her when she was feeling unsafe and everything and stuff.
The problem with this argument is it applies for her defense as well. She was recording ABBA to document these things. She was recording ABBA when she felt unsafe. So the same thing applies for both parties.
Then I still question the pregnancy. I know you.
All right, man, we're not doing this. Question the pregnancy, bruh. When did ABBA ever deny that she was pregnant? ABBA said he was raw dogging her. That's how we got here. She showed the pregnancy proof on the Saint and the Sinner show. What are we doing here, bruh? Daisy was in the, not Daisy, Tree. Tree left a comment. Shout out to Tree. Tree said that she was the reason, she pressed in the reason why it was proved. Again, the same thing. Remember, Tree, the same reason. Tree was the same person that got Daisy to confirm that she was pregnant. So once again, copy and paste. This is the same saga again. This is crazy.
You're not, and you're like, no, she was, whatever, and you got your reasons. I don't want you to put your shit out there. You're the one that is gonna be, but I can always be like, hey, if she lies that much with everything she's talking about to that extent, she wants to keep you out of the pregnancy. She wants to keep you out of the pregnancy. She wants to keep you out of the abortion. She wants to keep you out of all of that. But she wouldn't lie about that.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Preach. Unfortunately, we're not here for the he say, she say perspective lies. Oh, you're believing lies. Nope. I literally only believe the facts. Whether it be from Abba or Libby or Stephanie. Stephanie has not produced any facts whatsoever. We don't know if she was ever pregnant or any. Stephanie's kind of cropped out of the picture right now. But as it relates to y'all two, I only believe the facts. And you called Libby a liar a whole bunch of times, but Libby actually did present the facts. She presented the fact that she was pregnant and with Abba. And that's all I needed to know. All this other shit is just for entertainment, for people to just get their giggles off and be all up in y'all business. But everything else is really irrelevant. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all.
There's still that to question. That's a weird one to me still to this day. I'm like, yo, I think she was lying about that too. I think she's a demon enough to do that. I've seen these demons.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, this is pretty much the end of it for me. You know, she can say I was cheating or whatever. None of these timelines make sense, or does she make sense?
Right.
And it's just time to move on. But I know
this is my thing. I would not be trying to defend if I'm cheating or not in a relationship that I'm no longer in. Like, a lot of the response that he felt like he needed to do, it would have been cut and dry. Like, if there was something to actually defend and I didn't get someone pregnant and I wasn't being a hypocrite, then I would speak out on those allegations. But if I did that shit guilty as fuck, everything else that comes with it, I'm not speaking about it. I'm not chasing the story. That's me personally.
Won't, because like I said, she's crazy. And that's fine. As for me, you guys heard me own up to a lot, but like I said, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not even here to be like this person. I just want to move on.
Yeah.
I own my stuff. I got my faults. I didn't do great in a lot of parts of this relationship. Okay. But the things she's claiming, all the events she lied about, she'll never stop. So, woof, woof. I hope you're happier now. Put your dog collar. I'll mail it to your family, whatever you need. But, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're too old for this.
Oh, my God. I just realized that I cut the second half of this, so I added this to the stream so I wasn't reacting to 2 hours. But I forgot to put the part in where he was talking about y'all's sexual activities. Because Satan the Sinner was trying to get some information out of Libby as it relates to the sexual activities, asking about Abba being milked and what type of zesty activities that he's involved in. So there was a discussion about the sexual activities on that show. Abba went to the next level and brought out text messages that spoke about the sexual activities that y'all do, and it wasn't in this video. Maybe I bring that up, but that was some filthy work.
This is stupid. All right, all these narratives, all these lies, I'm not going to address more of them because she's going to keep going forever. And so hopefully he's cleared up most of this stuff for you guys, okay? You guys can say many things. You can say I made mistakes, whatever. Oh, Abba, how could you not get this right? Nigga, am I a dating coach? Do I have a course?
That's the problem. You are not a dating coach. You do not have a course. But you also said this to Fresh and Fit.
Y'all are so goddamn irresponsible about it. I don't even care if you guys get caught up having to pay child support. Y'all should be a bit more considerate of what you're asking the opposite sex to do in regards to their own body when it comes to abortion. And you can't tell a good one from a bad one? Doesn't this just make you look like you have zero credibility?
So the problem is when you get up on your platform and you speak to folks that are dating coaches that are articulating or espousing a message for folks to actually absorb because they're trying to help, and then you tell them that this is the wrong way, this is bullshit, one will assume that you know better. One will assume that you wouldn't get caught up in the same dusty positions that they're in. Super pause.
Stick together.
Pause. But it's like you end up in the same damn situation. So it's just like, what are we doing out here? You don't have to. That's the way to be unaccountable. And that's what other folks used to like to criticize channels like mine and other reactors. And I'm like, fuck that. No, you're not going to criticize me and be like, oh, you're a reactor. You just call out other people and their bullshit, but you have no message of your own. I'm like, hell no. My message of my own is there as I tell people why your message is wrong. As I tell you, you're a fraud, you're grifting, you're doing X, Y, and Z, I tell you my own message. So I have my own message of accountability sewn within all of my criticism. So you can point to my message and hold me accountable to my message. You can't just be like, oh, I'm not a dating coach in X, Y, and Z. I go at folks because folks did not live life. I was outside. So I have a world of experiences. I felt like I've lived like 2-3 lives, how much living I've done. So when I speak on certain things, I'm like, man, I know because I've been there. When I talk about women with BPD, covert narcissists, all these things, it's like, yeah, I've been with them.
Oh my God.
Like, why do you think I know so many troubled problem women from a mile away? I could see all the turmoil that they may bring and the stress that they may bring. I've been with these bitches. Whoa, shit.
Oh my God.
I didn't mean to say bitches. I meant to say women. But like, come on, man. A lot of the most attractive women are crazy. If you're dealing with attractive women, you're dealing with crazy women 9 times out of 10. My wife in the next room, crazy. She's sleeping so I can get away with that shit, but crazy, man. Come on, man. We know this shit well because what are we talking about?
Do I tell you I have the answers for exactly how you need to date?
Yeah. We don't.
What do we say all the time? How many times have I had to make videos? Oh, I was wrong about this. I was wrong about that. I was wrong. I make mistakes. Nigga, I sit in front of you guys, I'd be like, damn, that one person did a number on me or whatever. It's fine.
I was in the chat through some of this. I was like, he should have led with this. If he led with this, if this was, hey, man, fuck, nigga, I make mistakes. I ain't perfect, but I'm also a hypocrite, and I shouldn't have said that shit because I fell into exactly what I said. If he said that, I'd have been like, no content for me. Well, I'm not milking this. He's fully accountable. He realized that he fucked up. He said some bullshit that he completely contradicted. He realizes that this is complete hypocrisy and he doesn't know as much as he thinks. And he just led with that, hey, man, I'd have been like, man, what are we talking about here, bruh? What are we talking about? But fighting and getting into the minutia and fighting the debate and be like, wait, no, I'm really like this. This girl's lying about this. No, I'm not toxic. It's like, bro, we witnessed it. We don't care, bro. You're recording conversations and bringing it to the internet. Like, we know what we're seeing. Like, trying to debate us on that shit, we don't give a fuck.
Life. Things are going to come at you unconventionally. You're going to react in ways that aren't always expected. It's okay. I'm not afraid to own the fact that I made many mistakes in this, and I'm going to own more mistakes in the future. Mm-hmm. But
you can't say you're owning mistakes and then point out everybody else's wrongdoing that led you to the decisions you made, because you're justifying your decisions while saying you're owning your mistakes. That's not accountable.
I've seen him do it.
What you're not going to do is sit there and be like, yo, you act like you have I don't have all the answers. Never did, never will. And yes, I can sometimes be mad, petty, and say the wrong things and do things the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Amen.
Anything else you want to say?
So what was her pet name? No, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just trying to make you laugh.
You get me.
I'm just trying to make you laugh, bro. I'm just trying to, I got no words. But I can't call her Woof Woof. Pets have names.
Honestly, a lot of the people who are like, yo, Abba acts like he doesn't. You guys don't watch the content. I know you guys don't watch the content.
Actually, it was good. It was good that I did not have that part in this video where he describes the sexual activities, because that would be cringing. That shit was lame as fuck, Abba. That made me look at you in a different light. I'm like, the fact that you're doing this, like, this is something you would expect out of one of them lame niggas with money like academics, and academics didn't even do some shit lame as this. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm like, I don't know, man.
The amount of times that Priest points out my mistakes or I have to point out my own, like...
Or you point out mine. Like, I'm not better than you.
That's it.
I'm not better than you.
That's it.
I said most of the time I said, you better than me.
In fact, how much have we changed in the last, 4 or 5 years, even making content online? Like, this idea that we're these immovable people who have this fucking philosophy for life. It's not true. I have a few concurrent things. That's it. Even people are like, oh, no man should abandon his child or whatever it is. I agree. But if the child is tethered to an insane person who's going to make your life miserable and make it super difficult for you to ever have access, I think there's room to explain this.
Bullshit. This is the dumbest point ever. So you're going to have to reevaluate all of your videos where you called out people for being deadbeats and making terrible decisions, and that video where you talk about, oh, you don't care that people should be on child support because they're so flippantly, whatever the fuck he said. Let me pull up the clip.
Y'all are so goddamn irresponsible about it. I don't even care if you guys get caught up having to pay child support. Y'all should be a bit more considerate of what you're asking the opposite sex to do in regards to their own body when it comes to abortion.
It's like when I hear certain things, I'm just like, bro, come on, man. Come on.
Or whatever it is, I agree. But if the child is tethered to an insane person who's going to make your life miserable, and
do not nut in that woman. If she's an insane person that will make your life miserable, why are you raw dogging and going nut or nutty? What am I going nut, bro? What is going on out here?
You're done.
I've been on live for too long. You're raw dogging and nutting in these women. You know that they're problematic, and then you're crying to us later. This is every unaccountable Dusty that we call out on the internet. And now you're trying to make some sort of caveat because you fell in this predicament at this big age.
It's super difficult for you to ever have access. I think there's room to explain that shit. If the person is someone who's probably not going to keep that kid alive, I think it's okay to say, I'm not going to let her control me. That's my stance. Oh, you're a hypocrite.
Control you? The control was derived off of your mistakes that you got captured on phone. You said some some things that will expose your character that's contradictory of the things that you purport to be online. It was captured and now she has control, but you were recording things as well. It's just bad.
I'm not. That's what I really believe. So you don't like it? I don't give a shit. Suck my nuts. Oh, Abba.
Stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Pause.
You got I got your mama pregnant too, bitch. Anything else?
You got you what?
I got
like, bro, you can't be pulling this off, bro. Like, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Not after all that lecturing of Fresh and all the doesn't work.
You can't tell a good one from a bad one? Doesn't this just make you look like you have zero credibility?
Doesn't work, man. Does not work.
Whoever's mama it is, I got him pregnant. If you ass mad right now,
Yeah,
and
man.
whatever it is, I got your mama pregnant. Anything else?
I need to tell.
I'm getting rich.
Shout out to Libby with the $10 super chat. Libby says, I purposely tried to not go into detail of Abba's sex life in Saint's interview. But Abba said I went into detail and cherry picked that. He posts my sexts. What is your honest opinion about that? My honest opinion about that was Saint was pressing. Saint was doing some zesty shit. I'm gonna keep it a stack. The way the Saint was trying to compare himself and juxtapose a position or an experience that you would have with him opposed to Abba. The constant comparing, trying to like figure out what he does in his sex life, calling him beta and whatever. That was strange because the Saint was reaching for you to talk about his sex life, but you spoke about, what did you speak about? I should have pulled the video. You didn't give that many details. You were kind of reluctant to talk about the pegging. You said he wasn't being pegged, although the Saint was talking about milking involves pegging. So you didn't really go into details about that, but you did say that people kind of see him as zesty or bisexual, like those rumors or that's in the air or something. This is why I like to react to things and then speak about it right after so it's fresh and I know what the hell I'm talking about or referring to. I think it was lame of him because women do that shit, man. I know women. I understand women. So I'm not a red pill nigga or one of these dweebs online that expects something out of women like idealistically instead of knowing what the hell you're going to get out of women. Sometimes women are going to tell too much. They're going to speak on some intimate details. I don't think that you went too far in the intimate details. I think what he did was corny as fuck because he showed entirely too much. The dog collar, talking about he walking you and all that shit, and you were the messages that you were sending back, like that's intimate sexual details that is none of our business. There's something else I want to speak about too, but I think I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to keep it a stack. I don't want to get too immature on my own stream. Nah, I'm trying to be mature, man. I'm not trying to go out lame like Abba did because that shit was lame, man. He's bringing up personal, intimate messages. I would not, and that to me, that's lame, man. I always call out the game because Game's always talking about the women he's fucking, always kissing and telling. I'm like, nigga, what type of shit is that? Like, what part of the game is that? And he did it in revenge. And I'm like, bro, you can't get down like the women. That's when folks will call you sassy. I don't know, man. It is what it is.
Our guy, to add another soundbite to this.
Okay.
I want another soundbite. And the side bite is libby, 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 libby. I'm just trying to make you laugh. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. You know, I think it's a perfect time now.
Absolutely, actually.
Let's see if we can hear that.
Let me book it for you. You tripping. Shit, you staying here just because you couldn't get cell service? Oh, hell no.
I just want to say it. That is one moment I am proud of.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
You got to go. And the fact that I recorded that, I know, but that's proof that this relationship was weird. Okay?
Yo, locking a woman out in the Canadian cold is diabolical behavior, bro. Being outside in the frigid Canadian cold, and I'm pretty sure it's colder in Montreal than it is in Toronto. So, goddamn, bro.
Peace out. We'll be back probably Thursday at the latest.
My nigga.
That's it.
Why was it Jerome Ginla?
I don't know. I just got it off the internet, but that's the sentiment.
All right. Peace out to everybody.
Yeah. Peace in the Middle East.
I think the funniest thing about folks that are the type of folks that say, hey, you're with her. That's who you chose. Those folks, he's one of those folks. Abba's one of those folks. I'm one of those folks. But Abba didn't actually exercise the, hey, you chose her. When it was his time, he was, hey, it's her fault because she's X, Y, and Z. So it's complete hypocrisy. You can't do that. The niggas that say you chose her generally are with the crazies. And the reason why they say you chose her, because they know they chose her. So it's copium in their mind. It's like, yeah, we know what we're doing. God damn. And then sometimes it's you're the problem. Sometimes you're the narcissist and you don't fucking know it and you're projecting all the issues. But for me personally, I don't care who the narcissist was in the relationship. I don't care who the problem was. I don't care why it didn't work. All I know is relationships are about compatibility. If you guys aren't compatible, you're not compatible. Whose fault it is, who the fuck cares? It don't work. Like, folks get too caught up in that shit. Oh, it's your fault it doesn't work. It don't work. Move on. Whose fault it is, who's right. It's not, someone's not better than the other. You're just not compatible. His same essence will probably be better for another woman and yours will be better for another man. Be more compatible. It is what it is. People look for the wrong and the right in it, and it's like you're just wasting your life. Find someone you're compatible with and move on. That's the way I see it. But hey, this whole saga was interesting. It shows a level of hypocrisy. It shows that you have to be careful with the rhetoric that you espouse on these microphones because somebody's always waiting to call your ass out and expose you, especially the bigger you get on the platform because they can get more clout off of it. I swear Libby's already at almost at 1,000 subscribers. I don't think it's going to go that way for Stephanie because Stephanie didn't provide any details or receipts. So that's looking like a nothing burger. The essence. Why the fuck did I say the word like the essence? This is when you know it's too late. It's like 2 a.m. and shit. I've been on air for entirely too long. Start saying some weird words to finish sentences and shit. Like, they don't even make no damn sense. What else do we got here? There's more that I wanted to react to, but these reactions be too long. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 of this because there's things that I wanted to react to in the Saint interview. Saint the Sinner's a weird guy, man. I ain't gonna lie. But the interview was good. He did ask some good questions. There's a reason why I kind of stay away from interviews because especially if I'm not prepared and I don't have the questions, I don't want to get exposed for being a trash-ass interviewer. So it is what it is. And plus, shout out to Libby for all the super chats and actively commenting to provide some details in relation to the story without actually calling in, because I personally don't want to be part of the interview calling in process. People be like, oh, you're slipping on some stories. This is YouTube. You're supposed to be doing this. This story in particular, I already got everything that I particularly wanted to cover. And it was the hypocrisy and the fact that this mirrored the same fresh incident. That's all I was focused on. Your intimate relationship details and how terrible of a person he was. To be honest, I have no interest in that. Relationships bring different things out of people. If you were a crazy bitch to him, you might be a wholesome, nice sweetie to another person, and he might be a nice, stoic, respectful individual with another woman. Not this woman either. It didn't work out with him, but her with her. But who knows, man? That's just how relationships go. But I'm off in this, man. I'm getting the fuck out of here, chat. Make sure that y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I better not be in someone's comp getting cooked for this. Y'all, make sure you hit that like button. The likes are not matching the viewership. This is what you call the ass, or the thighs ain't matching the ass. It's looking BBL-ish right now. Can we get these likes up, chat? Before we close this, let's get these likes up. Let me do a quick shout out to everybody that listens to Super Chat. Shout out to Hans Franco, Sir Chai 87, Bebe, KLA the Wanderer, A Lady 747, Libby Callian, Sir Chai again, Libby. Libby's been dropping bread out here.
I'm getting rich.
So Libby with the $10 super chat says, overall, I know it looked bad on both ends, but do you think this changed the perception of ABBA overall? It shows the hypocrisy in this incident. It's not like everything he does is hypocritical, but it definitely changed the perception of ABBA. People didn't know he was the way he was. They didn't know that he was raw dogging women and being unaccountable the same way Fresh was. This most certainly changed the perception of ABBA. That high horse that he sits on, people are they're laughing right now. They're like, you can't really sit on that high horse. The perception has changed. Someone said he got more views. Now he's gonna get more views. Just like the perception of Anton changed. Did it hurt his views? Did it hurt his platform? Not at all. He's doing way more views. I do think the perception of him changed. He was looked at as a wholesome, nice dude. But now everybody knows he's out here cracking cheeks, flying bitches the fuck out, sending them the fuck back home, calling them bitches.
Oh my God.
All right, I added a little bit of yeast on that. I don't think he calling women bitches. That's just me. But that's you know, I'm tired, man. Leave me alone. Don't judge me, chat.
God damn.
Someone said, as a professional, fresh and fit hater, I owe them an apology. Why do you owe them an apology? So that was your mission. Your mission was ultimately to change the perception of ABBA. You see, this is why I show my real self all the time on this platform, and then when I crash out, I have my crash out moments, so let people know. You ain't exposing me, man. You know what the hell this is. Y'all know how I treat certain people when I deem them to be a certain way. Like the way I cussed off one of the women that were on my panels before. But oh, I was just saying thank you to you. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Shout out to you. David Cardi is the biggest Fresh and Fit supporter. So any ABBA L, he will definitely be here to celebrate. Burnsy is also a Fresh and Fit supporter. He's here to celebrate ABBA's L's.
I've seen him do it.
The funny thing is, I started to realize I know who is who. I know who instigates for certain things. I know whose fan base is whose fan base and who's representing who. I be up in chats, man. I know what's going on out here. You have to be, because that's how you get finessed out of position. People bring their whole fan base trying to finesse a message out of you. It was 100% lame exposing sex. That is lame nigga business. That's weak as hell. Shout out to the game DBO with the $5 super chat. The game says, I think it was lame for exposing sex. I also think this whole thing shouldn't be any of our business, and it's not any of our business. And that is the absolute facts. None of this is our business. This is why I wouldn't go out here. I wouldn't even do what Abba did in retaliation as I'm getting exposed. It's not, if it's my personal business that I don't speak about, no one's forcing me to speak about my personal business, even if they're telling their story and their end. I don't have the need to be right. I don't have the need to convince people that I'm this way if people think I'm another way because someone's representing it that way. I personally don't give a shit. How does any of this make him dishonest? Wow. Did you watch any of my other videos? You can't condescendingly shame somebody, say they went for the worst play in the book, the dumbest thing in the book, and then replicate their actions. It makes them look dishonest. It makes them look like, hey, I'm not participating in that. Oh, you guys are raw dogging these women so irresponsibly, getting them pregnant, and then talking to them so ridiculously, expecting them to abort the baby. And then we hear you going off on a woman, expecting her to delete the baby, saying you will never see her and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, we're kind of holding you to the standard that you set for yourself, although you try to not actually stand on that standard. You look crazy. It's like, picture me next week, you see a video of me pressing a woman to get to delete a child. It's like, bro, you just listened to me for several episodes talking about this is Daisy Part 2, Ab was doing the same thing Fresh is doing, and then you see me doing the same thing. You see LT's booty clapping saga now, and it's like, booty clapping saga? It's like, what are we doing here? And then I'm like, no, I'm just a reactor. I'm just calling people out. It's like, no, I set a standard for myself. I should be able to stand on it. Damn. Didn't I say I was gone? Chat, we out, man. We out for real now. We out for real now. Where's my end screen?
That's all, folks.